The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long.
Shut up!
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes. I think we're lewd.
We're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs. 3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. What's up, Detroit?
Detroit.
Does it start today?
Does it?
No. We're officially on in Detroit.
Officially. We weren't.
Well, we were on a sports station, and they were glad to have us. Now we're on a fine FM in Detroit. I think it starts today. I don't know. I didn't get a little memo or a little one sheet.
No.
I found out last night. I'm talking to Pete, and he just happened to mention it. He's like, yeah, you guys are starting on Detroit on Big FM. I'm like, really?
Pete is a douche.
Oh, no. Pete's a good boy.
I got the phone call from Pete as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Show moves to 97.1 Free FM in Detroit from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Thank you. There is the little memo. A great station. We're very happy to be on on FM in Detroit.
Absolutely.
So I get a phone call late in the afternoon from Pete. You know, we got the O&A traveling virus. The last stop on the tour is this Saturday night in Cleveland. Tickets have been $10 for the last few days. I don't know, 3 or 4 days, right? And they're selling like hot cakes. Hot cakes.
Cakes that are hot.
So, we need an excuse to keep this $10 ticket thing going. What was the excuse we had yesterday?
Oh, well, that wasn't an excuse. The computer glitch.
Computer
glitch. So the computer's back-circuited, and we had to continue.
Crashed.
See, here's the reality. You know, this is a great, great comedy show.
Yes.
And we don't want to play to an empty arena.
No.
So we got the $10 tickets going for Cleveland, and it went so well, you can't just stop the $10 ticket sales. You want to keep it going, but you need some kind of crazy excuse. So yesterday's excuse was that the computer crashed.
Yeah,
and they couldn't process all the people that wanted $10 tickets for the show on Saturday night, right? So he can't use that excuse today. So I got a whole one sheet. He wants us to buy into this. Please read this, Jimmy. From Pete. This is what Pete wants us to say and make believe like it's off the top of our heads, off the cuff. If you will.
We had a really good response to the $10 tickets in Cleveland. So here's what we should do. Talk about how we sold close to 1,000 $10 tickets, and you guys have decided to extend the $10 promo. Okay, all true so far. Tell the Cleveland fans that with all the...
Yes.
No. Tell the fans that with all the layoffs from GM... and the bad financial situation that Cleveland is in with all the lost jobs, you're going to forfeit your back end percentage.
What?
To keep this promo going. We have put an additional block of these tickets up. I don't regards Pete. Jesus, Pete.
That's a nice friendly letter.
He called me yesterday and said, I got a great idea. And he reads this thing off to me and goes, just off the cuff, you guys talk about Cleveland and how they're in financial ruins. Cleveland isn't in that bad of shape.
Yeah. How manipulative. Why don't we just do it in honor of 9/11?
No kidding.
With you. Jesus, Pete. Well, guys, in honor of all people who've died of AIDS, we're going to keep the $10 tickets going.
Oh, he just stinks. How about this? Why don't we just be honest? The ticket sales in Cleveland have been a little slow.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, it's been unbelievable. The sales are a little slow in Cleveland, so we want to, play to a packed house. So that's why they're $10.
That's right.
We want to get asses in the seats, Pete.
Let's be honest here.
Let's not talk about layoffs from GM.
A little bit of honesty.
And the bad financial situation that Cleveland is in.
Yeah, they've been
with all the lost jobs. You're going to forfeit your back-end percentage to keep this promo going.
Well, that might actually be true, whether we like it or not. That might be the way we're doing it. This is actually a special we're doing for Cleveland because they're in financial straits.
What an ass. Basically, if you want to go to the O&A Traveling Virus in Cleveland at the amphitheater, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. Yes, the
tickets are $10.
$10.
You can get them through Ticketmaster.com. All the info's on opieandanthony.com, okay?
They did sell almost 1,000 on the $10 promotion, so.
Yeah, that's great.
Selling.
No, they're selling.
A lot of people in the room.
They're definitely selling. All right, let's go to Rob on Long Island. Rob, what's up?
Not much, guys. How you doing this morning?
Hey.
Pretty good.
I just want to say, last night, your commercial, the full version with the A comment in there.
You can say ass, sir. It's fine. Network TV wouldn't allow it.
Excuse me?
You can say ass. It's fine.
Oh, okay. They had the full version of the commercial with the ass comment, the whole 9 yards. It was freaking awesome.
Wow, they actually used that version?
What station?
During the football game on ESPN last night.
Oh, that's
ESPN.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Right at halftime.
Yeah,
too.
some of them are using that. Some of the other ones that don't want to use the ass comment are using the other one, the dress comment.
Of course, Rob is talking about the Opie and Anthony TV commercial. You can see it for yourself on YouTube. Just throw Opie and Anthony in the search. But during the game last night, they had the version with ass. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Shit game, but...
why do you have to say that, sir?
Yeah, you didn't say...
Why?
You asked about the ass word, and then you throw out...
And then you throw out the S word.
I'm sorry, guys.
So, all right. Well, the game was... Oh, shut up!
Yeah, why would Ope want to talk? You just go ahead and do a commentary on the game.
It was a bore fest last night.
Who played?
Steelers lost.
Hey, come on. 9.3 field goals. Ooh. That's a game you want to watch.
It was a bore fest.
Lowest scoring game in Monday Night Football history.
What was the score? 9-0?
9-0.
9-0. 3 field goals.
3 field goals.
Yuck.
Sorry, Pittsburgh.
I like the field goals. The field goal is a lost art form.
I'm stealing your character.
What character? I like the field goals. I do too. That's their stupid voice.
Exciting.
Who talks that way?
Let's go to Ken in Indianapolis.
We one time for our high school had a boy in a wheelchair kicking the field goal. His family sued and won.
I like the helmet with one little bar. It's not as intimidating.
Yes, it's easy to kiss your grandmother wearing that helmet, as I would frequently do before games.
We got more info on Cleveland. Ken in Indianapolis. Yes, Ken.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, not only is this douche for just a ridiculous idea, but the jackass doesn't even know there isn't any GM jobs in Cleveland. The closest plant's in Toledo.
What a dolt.
All right, punch it out, boys.
We know what it is. Pete said that after Michael Moore did that special about his hometown of Cleveland, that we really should honor all the auto layoffs.
Yeah. Of course.
Jesus, Pete.
Pete's one phone call away from me never answering the phone again when he calls. He is so close. I allowed him into the inner circle of very few phone calls that I actually answer, and he's about to go to voicemail forever.
Oh, no. Pete,
he really is.
Voicemail hell. That's when he never picks up or returns the call.
What a stupid idea.
I have a few people on that.
Huh.
The voicemail.
Yeah.
Voicemail hell.
Yeah.
See the number and go, click. Volume down, back in the pocket.
I love Pete. He took me to see Motley Crue last night, and it was very enjoyable.
The Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. They did the Hard Rock's 35th anniversary here, and it was great, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in probably almost 20 years. Some of Ozzy, like in the mid-'80s, and they were great.
Wasn't them? It was them and Aerosmith, right?
No, Aerosmith was. They're touring with Aerosmith. Like they're doing tonight in Jones Beach.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a small venue for them. They looked like they really were having fun. They sounded great, and at the end, Steven Tyler came up and sang "Helter Skelter" to close it out.
Sweet.
That was great, dude. I mean, I was with Bill Burr and Steve, and we were probably maybe 25 feet away.
Steve.
Yeah, I love when Steve is like trying to show you that he's not drunk. I have to go home now because I have to wake up. And he sounds like Steve doing an impersonation of Steve. That's how you know he's been tipping a few back. I didn't witness it. I only heard it.
I wasn't drunk.
I didn't say you were drunk.
I was maintaining.
Yeah. I better get up early.
I was in full panic mode. 10:20 rolled around, and I just kept looking at my watch. I gotta wake up.
Well, I went back and got pictures, of course, and I had them all, and I was in Nikki Sixx in the dressing room with Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil.
Oh, yeah?
And Nikki, they were trying to get a picture with him, but he was, like, distracted and getting ready.
Oh, no.
He's
Must
like,
have driven you nuts.
Nah, I was, but he was just getting ready to go on, man. He wasn't being a dick. And he's like, I said Tommy Lee and Mick Mars in one dressing room, and they were great. Got pictures, and then Vince Neil, and then Nikki's like, we'll do it when I come off, man. No.
That's the big blow-off.
I didn't mind. Well, no, but he actually did. I waited like a little boy until the very end.
Because you waited. That's
you. I thought of you, actually.
Excuse me, let me rephrase that. To a normal non-psychopath, that's a blow-off, where you hear it and just walk away. Jimmy will wait for you.
I did.
Because you told him.
Right.
Dude, I was like a 3-year-old at the end when he's walking by, because he was like kind of like...
Why, did you drown in Tommy's pool afterwards?
He walked by. I go, Nick, you said to wait for after we could do a picture?
Oh, you did.
I believe me, I got the douche chills just thinking.
Remember, you said all of a sudden you put the responsibility on him.
But he was like, yeah, sure, man, fine. He was cool.
And why do you think of me?
Because I had to hang out and wait, and you wanted to spit on me, but I had to do it. At the whole band, I was so happy.
Wow, nice one.
I really enjoyed it.
The last concert Jimmy and I went to together was Metallica. Never again, unfortunately.
You can't go in the same car with me, because I will stay.
No, he'll wait and wait and wait.
I waited against the wall backstage for 2 hours so he could get his Metallica picture.
Just get his pictures.
It was a long, long night.
I saw Jimmy walk in last night, and I was sitting with Bill Burr, and I was trying to get Jim's attention, and I shouted his name a few times, Jim, hey, Jim. And I realized he was making a beeline for Backstage, and there was nothing I could do short of sawing his legs off that was going to make him stop.
Dude, you got to. I mean, it's very rare you get into a small venue like that, like where we know everybody, and like where your agent is back there. It's really rare. Dennis took me right into the dressing rooms, which is...
Right.
It was cool.
All right, more info on Cleveland. It's Brett. Brett, what's up?
Hey, that one guy who called said there was no plant in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's full of it. Dude, Cleveland's got a road called Chevy Boulevard. There is a plant in Cleveland, and Cleveland has been noted as the poorest city in the country now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. You got $10 tickets for Saturday's show.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Brett.
Not a lot of revenue coming out of that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It should be now.
Jason in Cleveland, what's up?
What's going on, you guys? I just want to say I'm really excited about the $10 tickets.
Yeah, cool. Get a few of them, will you?
I spent all my money on XM radio this weekend and strippers.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right. Let's go to Jimmy's foot. Jimmy's foot, what's up?
Jimmy's foot.
Opie, meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Step right up and greet the Mets.
That's right. Opie, come on. You can't even curse that.
You gotta believe.
That's right, you gotta believe.
Ugh.
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Do you have that new Mets song, the Our Team, Our Time?
Oh, is that horrid?
I got
Mets song stinks.
Let me go old school.
Meet the Mets. That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
And greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life.
Okay, terrific.
Are really socking the ball.
Are they?
Knocking those home
New York town.
That's
the little
right.
the little village of New York City.
People on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets.
Yeah.
Wow, the second verse that you never really heard.
No.
Where do they go?
Yeah, the Mets clinched last night.
The Mets.
Hit those home runs over the wall.
Show your kids from Long Island what a colored man looks like. Meet the Mets.
Yeah, Yanks are going down this year.
That's right.
They're going down.
That's right.
Slow down, slow down. I know the Mets fans are very happy and everything, but just keep focused.
Hey, it says right on the front page of the paper, toast of the town, Mets clinch first division title in 18 years.
Yes, they did.
Right.
18 years since 1988. All right, Jimmy's foot, thank you.
Thank you, Opie.
Jimmy's foot. The foot thing on his foot.
Jake in Jersey, what's up?
Oh, how do you know the football game was boring? You should have been watching the Mets.
I was all over the TV last night. First of all, I did not watch the Mets clinch. I had to see the highlights this morning when I got up.
And he's got a remote. He's got picture-in-picture.
Because it was a school night. I took a peek at the Steelers. I took a peek at the Mets. And what I really watched last night, I got hooked on that dumb Deal or No Deal. Anyone else see this? No one.
No.
No one saw Deal or
I
No
have
Deal.
shunned the show.
Why?
It's just not one I've gotten into. There are reality shows and other shows and game shows out there. Some of us are into them. Some of them I have no clue what happens in these things. Deal or No Deal is one I don't watch. You don't watch the Hell's Kitchen?
No.
I watched. See, that's how I feel about Deal or No Deal. I'm just
Cooking
like,
shows are for faggots.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to
argue.
back.
I'm not going to argue. I've sat there and sometimes going, why am I watching a cooking show? Because the guy is calling the women fat cows. Maybe that's why I watch. But
Hell's Kitchen, it has an edge. I've checked it out a little bit. It's all right.
But no, I haven't watched Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal is the simplest game in TV history. Simplest TV game in history.
It's like
and I'm
flip
hooked.
a coin. It's pretty much flip a coin, isn't it?
Pretty much. And it's doing ridiculous ratings.
Yeah.
But they had this guy from Staten Island. We got to get him on the phone. I have a feeling he listens to this radio show.
He looks the type.
He's a Teamster. He's been a Teamster for 23 years.
There you go.
He's been married for 23 years. He got married at 23.
Yeah. What case did he pick?
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Of course not.
It was amazing. Because I usually try to go to bed around between 9 and 9:30, and I'm taking
Good luck with that.
I'm taking a peek at this Matty guy on Deal or No Deal. Pretty much the season premiere, I believe, last night. $3 million up for grabs. You know the game, right? There's I think 26 cases, and there's dollar amounts in all the cases. It could be anything from a penny all the way up in this case to $3 million. Hot broads with the cases, which
I still have no idea how the game works, though.
Which is nice eye candy.
What do you just got to go? I picked that one.
Well, you come out and you pick a case.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you pick case 7. So then you take the case with the number 7 on it and you place it right next to you. Mm-hmm. And then you have to start eliminating other cases.
What? See, that's where it gets confusing.
Why?
How do you eliminate? You go take away...
Well, Howie goes, all right, you have to pick 5 cases, let's say. So you pick 5 numbers, and they open the case, and, it could be $1 million.
It could be a biggie.
Could be a biggie, or it could be the case with a penny in it.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what's left on the board, then the banker calls, and then he offers you a buyout, basically. It's the simplest game.
And says, see that case sitting next to you?
No.
I'll pay you.
Yeah. Like $15,000.
$15,000 for it.
And you go, no deal.
Whoa.
And then the crowd goes crazy.
Ooh.
And then Howie goes, all right, now you got to pick another 3 cases. You got to eliminate another 3 cases. And depending on, what's left on the board, your money goes up from the banker.
I want to see a contestant sneeze in Howie's face and watch him just faint away.
Like AIDS or no AIDS.
They all fist him. They give him a little fist.
Do they?
Yeah,
they give him the fist handshake thing?
So this is really quick. We meet Maddie last night. I was just so hooked on this stupid Deal or No Deal last night. Here's Maddie from Staten Island.
Matthew Salina. Matthew.
Oh.
Wow, look at you.
What an ass.
Starting to sweat.
I'm going to make him sweat today, baby.
Are you really? Okay. Now,
This guy knows where Hoffa is.
all the way down to 110.
They were randomly replaced in all of the cases. We don't know which one holds what. I need you to pick the one that you think has, as you call it, the $3 million.
Funny. Well, I'm married for 23 years. I'm a Teamster for 23 years. I got married at 23, and I'm born on the 23rd. 23's for me, baby.
Take 15.
Beautiful. Thank you. $3 million here.
So he picks case number 23.
Uh-huh.
Out of 26 cases. It's next to him now, and he goes, the $3 million is in this case. Okay, and then he has to start eliminating, cases, right?
Right.
Let's start by opening 6.
5 kids. I'd take case number 5.
Okay, Ursula.
Come on, Ursula.
Open the case.
Let's start with the penny. Let's make this nice.
I'm good at this. There was he said, start with a penny, and there was a penny in there.
Yeah.
So he
out of the 25 cases that are left.
This sounds a little fishy.
He already said, case number 23 that's right next to him has the $3 million. Now he has to eliminate cases. He goes, all right, that case, whatever number he picked, I don't remember already. He goes, that will be the penny.
So the Goomba from Staten Island knows exactly what's in every case?
Yeah.
That seems just a tad fishy.
The Teamster.
The fix is in.
And the show, yes, Dave from Jersey, the show has the hottest models. We all know that. That's probably the biggest reason to watch the show.
Yeah,
they have good eye candy. So then the game goes on and on and on. It gets really, really exciting. And then finally, Howie gives him another deal or no deal. The buyout.
Right.
It went up. $675,000.
They're offering him $675,000
because he still has the $3 million dollars on the board somewhere, possibly.
So at that point, you got to know, that it's up there somewhere, or next to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
how many cases
game
were
is
left?
silly.
At this point, there was 5, I believe. 2 really low numbers, and then 3 really high numbers, including the $3 million.
Yeah, but there's 2 real crap numbers, too.
Exactly. You could go away with, in this case, I think it was $1.
Ooh.
$1 and $50, and then there was $3 million in one of the cases. And
he
I
had the
forgot the other
edge.
675, $3 million, and one other high amount.
Right. So you could say no deal, but then you're going to have to eliminate a couple more cases, and now you could take the $3 million away. Okay? This is what Maddie decides.
Maddie. Deal or no deal?
The audience yells deal. No deal.
$675,000 is a lot of money. I want that $3 million is in here. Yeah. One more. That's a lot of money. One more.
So he bails. He bails and says, I'll take the $675,000. And he goes, even though the $3 million is in the case I picked at the beginning of the show. You remember 23, 23.
So why wasn't he so confident? He bailed on it?
Well, because if he didn't take the deal, he has to eliminate 2 other cases. And, he could pick a number, and next thing you know, the $3 million's out of the game.
Let him just stick with what you got next to you.
But you don't know.
Take your commitment. You've taken your case.
It's all a guess. So this is what happens at the end of the show, which is just amazing. It's down, I think, 2 cases left, because then they play it out like, all right, if you didn't take the money, what was the next case you would have?
That's always good when they play it out.
Rub your face in it.
Yeah, they go, all right, if you didn't take the deal, all right, you would have to eliminate another case. What number? And they play it back and forth, okay?
Yeah.
And then it's down to the last 2 cases.
I used to love when they did that on Pyramid.
Right.
The $25,000 Pyramid. Even though the person lost, they would sit there, and Dick Clark would get behind him and go, how things do you row a boat with? You row a boat. How a piston moves up and down. Motion you make to satisfy yourself. No one's getting the... Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
He does these impersonations.
So it's down to 2 cases, okay?
I think it was the real victim.
Down to 2. I mean, now they're playing it out. There's 2 cases left. The one he has in front of him, the 23, case number 23, and 1 on the board. One has the $1, and the other has the $3 million. This is how it played out.
There are only 2 cases left in play, Maddie.
Yes.
$1 and $3 million. Oh my God. If this is the $1, you would have made a great deal. $3 million.
It's the $3 million, Howie.
They're ready to open up his case.
Of course.
So they're saying, if it's $1 in his case, he made a great deal by bailing at $675.
The way this guy sounds, there should be severed legs, a torso.
I love this guy. He's one of our own, I'm telling you. I guarantee this guy listens on a regular basis.
$3 million.
It's the $3 million, Howie.
What is it? Maddie, you made... Oh, my. Not such a great
$3 million was
he picked the $3 million case to start the show, and said he said he picked it.
But you know what?
And it was like 23 because he's been married 23 years, a Teamster for 23 years. His birthday is on the 23rd.
He killed 23 people.
He was 23 when he got married. He picks it, says the $3 million is in here. He had all the confidence in the world, and in the end, it was the $3 million.
Poor Matty, because for the rest of his life, he's going to regret that.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it comes down to you win $3 million or $1,
right?
Yeah,
that really is an ugly choice. There's a lot of room for error in there.
He walked away with the biggest winnings ever, $675,000.
You can't bitch about that. That was the right move to make, man. How are you supposed to know?
The show is so stupid and so simple, but I can't get enough of it for some reason.
would think.
I think it's because Howie's a great game show host.
If they're offering you that much money to back out, they know you got that bag next to you.
But then again, one of the other cases might have been, like, say, $900,000 or $1.1 million.
Yeah.
It might have been.
And they work off the board. You can tell they have a nice thing where you can see, like, on the right is like the higher.
I'll watch
numbers,
it one of these days.
And then the left side has the lower numbers.
Maybe.
So if you have a lot of lower number cases left, then the offer from the bank isn't going to be as large.
Oh, I gotcha.
He still had $3 million somewhere on the board or in the case in front of him, so that's why the bank was offering him ridiculous money to get out.
Gotcha. It tells you what amounts are left. Like you know what amounts are left in the case.
They have a whole board. Like, okay.
All right. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Stupid game.
But there you go, Matty.
You get caught up in it, though, man. When you're watching, I was in the gym one time watching, and you have to see how it plays out. You're like, ugh, I can't go upstairs.
I know, it's so
annoying.
I don't know why.
Because because they show you what would have happened.
Right.
And when you want to know what would have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like going through your evening, and like someone could show you the bar and go, all right, this is what happened. If you would have talked to her, you would have nothing.
Oh, now there's the game.
Yeah.
Good
point.
You get the $1 chick.
But it's pretty much a coin toss. We're watching a coin toss on TV now.
He's gonna feel for the rest of his life, if only.
Yeah.
But that was the move to make.
But he'll be all happy about it. Hey, I walked away with $600,000. Huh?
The taxes, I made $280.
It's not so bad. I had fun. I was on the TV. Where's my gun? I'm gonna shoot myself.
$3 million or $1? How does it come down to that?
Yeah.
If it comes down to $1 million or $3 million, you made a bad deal.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to $3 million or a buck.
All the commercials said it's the best one so far. They were just ranting and raving how great this season premiere of Deal or No Deal was going to be, and they were
bet a buck.
Someone said he reminded me of Peter from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Also, Eric in New York. What do you got? Real fast.
He's just a stereotypical Guido. And did you see the two daughters? Was there something wrong with the two twins?
We were trying to figure out if they were midgets.
It looked like they were midgets to me. There's definitely something wrong with them.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
They had the dad's attitude. Andy in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
It's like an NBA game. You watch the first 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes, and everything in between is nonsense.
You know how it all worked out.
Yeah, because when the banker calls with the early deals, they're so stupid. Everyone says no because the first buyout is like $20,000. It's like, no, man, there's still $1 million on the board at least. All right, Andy, thanks.
All right, be cool.
We got to take a break.
The banker calls. Is he really a banker?
No, he's not. He's an exec producer.
Of course he is.
I would like to offer you a deal. You can have $3 million, or would you like to keep this bag of spinach? Topical.
All right, once again, Bud Light presents the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus, the comedy event of 2006, this Saturday at Tower City Amphitheater in Cleveland. Tickets, $10 through Ticketmaster.com, presented by Bud Light. Always worth it. All right, get your tickets today. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Learn to play poker with the Opie and Anthony Show.
No. Oh, God. She spilled my chip.
I'm sorry, sir.
Opie.
Now clean it out! That's right. Be a poker player, just like your father.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Are you happy now, Opie? Are you happy?
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. I guess ratings came in for New York yesterday.
Yes, yesterday.
The comeback continues.
Yes, it does.
We did quite well.
Very happy.
Thank you for supporting us on this fine radio station.
Thank you.
Chicago is still a 0.00.
Well, I don't know if we're even on that one yet. Like, as far as the ratings go.
Does anybody remember when we started in Chicago? Here's how we should find out.
Yeah.
Does any listeners remember when we started in Chicago?
Well, if no one's listening, they won't remember.
Well, it doesn't have to be in Chicago. Other people remember things.
They're saying the rating in Chicago is a 0.00. That means no one is listening.
No one's listening.
So if we get one call from Chicago, that proves that the ratings are a big lie.
Flawed. No one listening in Chicago?
Let's be honest, it's going to be a slow build for Chicago.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one.
But we're up for the challenge.
Damn
They're
right.
sad that we make fun of Karen Meyer, their deaf hometown hero.
Maybe that's it.
Speaking of which...
Oh, good. Let's.
We got a little of her?
Well, we never got to the end of this thing.
We didn't finish her story on... What the hell was it? Damn it.
On burn victims.
Burn victims.
By the way, I couldn't get enough of the Weather Girl video from yesterday.
I know.
We couldn't play it over here. We played it on XM. Audrey Puentes.
Yeah.
Something like that. She does weather here in New York. And
it's on YouTube.
And it's on YouTube. How do you search that thing? Can you put the C word in the search engine of YouTube?
Well, I don't know. It's one of the worst search. All these things have really bad search engines. Hard to find what you're looking for.
Dan, do you know?
Searching for the Weather Woman audio?
Yes.
It's called Freudian slip or something for weather.
Is it really?
See, you have to know, like, what the clip is called. Like, I don't know, it's something about a weather woman, and she slips and says the C word. All right.
It's on our website.
How do I put that in?
Screw that. It's on opieandanthony.com.
All right.
We played the audio yesterday on our XM show. Can't play it over here because the FCC doesn't like that kind of thing. But instead of saying rip currents,
yeah,
she said rip C word.
And then used the bad word.
Clear as day.
And it was great.
Clear as day.
Oh.
I watched that video, I don't know, a dozen times after the show yesterday.
Trip up?
She was a pro, though, right? She didn't even bat an eye. She just kept going.
Plowed right through.
Plowed right through, right.
Amazing.
And she's not going to get in trouble for that?
I guess not.
I'm glad she's not, but it's amazing how the guy slipped into Martin Luther Kuhn.
Yeah.
And he was fired instantly.
Yeah, and you could tell that was a slip.
Yeah, for a politically incorrect slip, but a female slips and drops a C-bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And no one hears anything. It's like on page 26 of the Post today. Racist animal gets a life sentence. The black guy that said he wanted to go out and kill a white person.
Yeah.
Page 26 of the New York Post. Fat Nick hit a guy with a bat who was in his neighborhood to steal a car. He was on the front page every day for
weeks.
Month.
Yeah.
It's just, the media they should all be executed.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Bunch of liars.
Yeah, so
and insincere jerk-offs.
Why don't they cover the black guy with the same fervor they do the white person. It's because you expect blacks to act like that.
That's how the liberal media is.
All right.
They expect it.
So go to opieandanthony.com for the video of Rip. Her saying Rip Seas.
It's hilarious.
Instead of Rip Currents. Let's go to Steve in Chicago. Steve, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I've been listening since day one.
In Chicago?
No, I'm in New York.
Go away.
Oh, look at that.
Come on, man.
Another Steve in Chicago. Don't trick us, man. Steve.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Make it fast. We got to get to Karen Meyer.
All right. It's been about a month and a half you guys been in Chicago.
Okay.
A month and a half? Yeah.
Yeah, it comes on in about another 15 minutes is what it starts on 105.9, but I still listen to it on XM.
Right.
Oh, we're a little bit, we started, early August, right? I guess it'll be a month and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not even a blip.
Thank you, Steve.
We need some time to get people listening because we're still like in the last person's numbers, I think.
Yeah.
Look at me talking ratings.
All right, let's get into the Karen Meyer thing. We played the first clip and we never got to the rest of them, so we'll replay the first clip and finally do the rest of it. Okay? Karen Meyer is this deaf reporter.
She's deaf. She's a reporter.
Let's handle this one with dignity.
She's got courage.
I agree.
For the new people listening, let's handle this in a way we would never handle it.
She's got courage.
She has courage. This is a wonderful, touching story.
She does all the special needs and special needs folks reporting any type of an injury for Chicago.
People that would be considered handicapable.
Handicapable. Good point.
Handicapable.
Good way to say it. Very sensitive.
She's deaf, so
hearing impaired.
Yeah,
she's hearing impaired.
Hearing impaired. Oh, I'm sorry to use such an insensitive word as deaf.
Do they do the old subtitles and all that?
I would assume they do the subtitles. Not familiar. Haven't seen any video of her, but it would be helpful to the viewers at home.
It would be nice to ask someone from Chicago, but no one's listening.
Oh, they'll call in momentarily.
They better. So, yeah, she's doing a report on burn victims.
Poor people.
I cannot believe they're getting away with this. It's a modern-day freak show is all it is. Has nothing to do with her being a good reporter.
They're people, too. They're people, too.
Some burn victims feel like social outcasts because of their scars.
One Chicago area survivor wants people to know they are just like everyone else. ABC 7's Karen Meyer is here with more. Karen?
Today in Sophia, from a medical standpoint, the experiences can be grueling. From a psychological perspective, it can be more traumatizing.
Can it?
What is the difference between boogers and broccoli with little kids?
Oh, wait, applause. I know the answer. Broccoli isn't horribly burned?
I bet that's not it.
The kid's doing the old poo-ha joke.
I know. That's a dirty joke.
That old gag.
That's how they make you feel better about your ailment, is they send her over, and you're like, all right, well, I may always look surprised, and I may have no lashes, and I wince when I see vinegar, but at least I don't sound like this idiot. Burn victims always look like they're yodeling. Do we ever say that on the show?
Maybe. Here we go.
Boogers and broccoli with little kids. Kids won't eat broccoli.
14-year-old Lanny Boy has an amazing personality, especially considering everything he's been through.
On my brother Devin's birthday, 1995, our house caught fire, and there was no way for us to get out, so we were trapped.
He and Devon got out, but not their 2-month-old sister Stormy.
Do me a favor.
They're yodeling.
That's what's going through his head the whole time she's talking. Funny. The spy is yodeling.
Oh.
Do we have to play the rest of the clips? They're really depressing.
I think we should.
We do.
We like goofing on her for being a deaf reporter on TV.
I want to hear depressing clips.
Completely ridiculous.
I'm pissed today, and I want to hear it.
It's so awful that they give a person who's deaf only people with problems.
Yeah.
It's just so Why don't you get a Jewish guy and only let him deal with stories about Jews or a black? It's like just
They
how
do.
They do that.
They do in New York. They give the black guy the black stories.
Only the black
Hispanic
neighborhoods.
reporter the Hispanic stories. Yeah, they go into the neighborhood and talk about the problem with the people that are similar to them. So now you get a handicapped person has to do the handicapped stories.
All right, here we go.
Handy-capable.
80% of Lanny's body was burned.
Ow.
He and his brother became patients at La Rabida Children's Hospital on Chicago's South Side.
I had to go through a lot of surgery, a lot of rehab exercises. I went through a lot of things. Emotional distress, guilt, all different types of things.
They had to wear what was referred to as jobs, the skin tight.
Grandmother Doris Murray says it was hard for the boys to grow up.
They would have to go out into the community with these masks, and honestly, other children would become so frightened. But my heart would always just ache inside
Yes, stick up, man.
when they felt rejected because of how they looked. So they have learned to, if someone's staring at them, they've learned to come up and say, "Hi, I'm Devin. I'm Lonnie. I'm a burn survivor. How are you?"
From someone's cell phone, Karen Myers sounds like she just got done running a marathon race and is severely out of breath.
Mm.
Oh, my God.
They do use subtitles?
Yeah, I guess so. They would have to. I only pick up a word or two here and
I know.
there.
Can't understand her.
Dr. Blair Stolbach is the child psychologist at La Rabida. He says a significant part of the healing process for burn patients is dealing with other people.
Because they look different, because they look scary, and a lot of burn survivors find ways to educate people about what's happened to them and the fact that they're not scary and the people don't have to be scared of them.
Lonnie and his brother Devon are incredible survivors.
I think in some ways a perfect example of people who have had a horrible experience and not let it define them, and have moved on from it, and yet still will talk about it, will share about it in a way that can help other people that go through similar things.
And he'll tell you, I'm a handsome guy. I say, "You are. You are. You're a very handsome guy."
You're a handsome guy.
Probably not the right message to be sending.
Yeah.
No.
It's very sad that he's a burn victim.
Maybe you could say that you're a funny guy.
Funny,
chess player.
Personality.
Intelligent.
You're great on a phone.
Don't get the kids' hopes up. I mean,
Yeah.
You might want to.
Don't give him false confidence.
You got a sparkling personality.
Maybe I am handsome.
You got a great sense of humor.
I'm going to go out without the mask today.
You have a caring heart.
You hum nicely.
You're
great during a blackout.
You scare little children. I mean, you.
Do you really want to give him like that false confidence? He'll walk up. He'll have like the little the derby, kind of tilted to the side. That's just the style.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a handsome man.
Hello, girls.
All right, she wraps up here.
Later this month, Lonnie will be joining his brother at Loyola Academy in Wilmette. And like most freshmen, he's nervous. For more information, go to our website, abc7chicago.com. The great kid.
Yes. Inspirational. Very nice. Thanks, Karen.
Shut up. Here's the question I have. He's burned when he was like 3, right? If you're burned when you're really young, how come you stay burned like when you're 18? Like, doesn't your skin stretch a little bit? Like, when you're a baby, there's only a little bit of skin on you.
Yeah.
That amount of skin doesn't cover an adult torso. So do you grow out of it, like where just a little area becomes burned? How does that work?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Might be like a balloon, you know?
Just stretches?
Yeah, if you put a little mark on a balloon and then blow the balloon up, the mark gets bigger.
Yeah, but that balloon isn't regenerating new tissue all the time, I don't think. It's only the same amount being blown up with skin. Isn't it regenerating? Like,
Right, now we get 18 people that think they're doctors calling with 18 different answers. I know.
Right.
It's,
all right, Dustin in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, they should tell the little fella he has a face for radio.
that old gag.
You have a great sense of humor. You don't have to wear a costume on Halloween. You're a kind person. Let's say hi to Asaf.
Can't get nose prints on the window when you're looking out of the window real close in the wintertime.
No.
Hey, line of the day.
Yeah.
For Jimmy.
Yeah.
Wince when I see vinegar.
That is a good nomination.
Yeah, Jimmy raised the bar early today. We're going to have to try to beat that. Let's go to Cody in Indiana. Cody.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I get Chicago stations where I'm at. There are subtitles when she talks. She talks with her hands, so not only can the people who are normal, they can't tell what she's saying by hearing her, but they don't speak sign language, so that's out. And she has a retard haircut.
All right, thank you.
Ew, does she?
Yep, bye-bye.
I want to see a picture of Karen Meyer.
Let's say hi to Jared in Boston. Jared.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Kind of ironic, don't you think, that somebody has to figure out what she's saying so they can put up the closed captioning, right?
Okay, here's what the deaf reporter's saying.
That's got to be
the
wrong.
old Brian Regan bit?
Yeah.
Here's what the whales are saying.
She's lonely.
She's lonely. All right, we got to take a break. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Suppressed memories.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah. Good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. Let's say hi to Don. Don, what's going on today, man?
Is that Don on the phone?
Hey, Don.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Don.
You guys rock. So me and my wife, we're chilling out watching TV last night, and we're surfing around. And all of a sudden, we see this commercial, and I was looking at the girl, and I go, boy, she's large. And all of a sudden, she says, does this dress make me look fat? And all of a sudden, I see you guys say, it's not the dress. It was freaking hilarious.
The Not the Dress line.
All right. There's a lot of versions out there of our commercial. Yeah, we're getting rave reviews on the Opie and Anthony commercial, by the way. I guess Ad Age gave it some award or something.
Yeah, it was like Ad of the Week.
Ad of the Week?
Yeah.
I'm surprised CBS, if they shot it like CBS is behind it, why wouldn't they make them show it on their networks? Or is it maybe the affiliates that are a problem? It's just the word ass.
I don't even remember what channel it's going on.
Yeah, there's even a funnier version, I got to tell you, Don, where Anthony says it's your fat ass or what
big fat
your
ass.
huge ass that makes you look fat.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm glad they're showing, the commercial now. Finally, we made that 2 months ago now.
It's a huge ass that makes you look fat. How did your parents die? It's a huge ass that makes you look fat. How did your parents die?
Why not?
Why not?
All the versions of the commercial are up on YouTube. Just throw Opie and Anthony in the search. Thanks, Don. I'm glad you liked the commercial.
Peace out, guys.
All right, let's say hi to Dan in Jersey. Dan, what's up?
Dan.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, listen, man. What's up with this retard on friggin' in the post, man? He's coming back to the air again or something like that?
Well, Howard
Stern?
Howard tells so many lies. You don't know which is true and which is just a made-up story.
To try to get back into the news and into the public eye. He sees what's happening. He sees what's happened to our show. We do both. We do satellite and we do terrestrial radio. And he sees that we're getting a lot of interviews. We're doing Letterman. We're in the news every day about what's going on with this program, picking up new markets, things like that. And he's pretty much fading away. They're writing articles about him, but it's about how he's fading away, how he's not getting as many subs as they thought. It's all negative news. So I think they came with across with this plan to put out a rumor, get a rumor started that he might do the same thing. But as far as it actually happening, I don't know. I can't see a serious pain. Yeah, you tell it.
To be honest with you, He's just terrible. I think he sucks, to be honest with you.
Oh, Dan's the radio expert. Thank you,
expert.
Dan.
Hey, and also, your commercial was awesome. I seen it on Sportsnet New York, man.
All right, on.
Funny-ass commercial, bro.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Dan.
All right, bro. Have fun.
You know, to be honest with you, XM not paying us $500 million. I'll be honest, not paying us $500 million. So as far as the exclusivity thing goes, and renting us out like hookers, that's fine. It works. It works for them. I don't know of any radio company that can really cough up that much money to take away the exclusivity.
Yeah, but you guys also are making a comeback. We're making a comeback from 26 months
extinction
being off the air. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
It's not like there was a decision made in the middle of things being okay, going, all right, we're going to go here to satellite, and then after a year going, what happened? We got to go back now. It looks stupid to go back.
But with all that said and done, if he does, welcome.
We say bring it on.
Welcome back.
Bring it on!
Welcome back. Where they put him? PLJ in New York?
Whatever. I say bring it on. There have been so many of these dumb Howard stories since he went to satellite, and every one has been false.
None of them have come
So if this one's true, we say bring it on.
But his past track record does not lead me to believe that this is true either. Everything else has just been bull crap.
What I love about the article in the New York Post, though, Howard's return to free air rumored. Howard Stern may be coming back to Earth on PLJ or ABC. Radio insiders are reporting rampant rumors that the shock jock will do an Opie and Anthony.
Well, we did this first.
And we did satellite radio first as well, you
satellite
ass.
First, and then terrestrial. Somehow he'll try to spin it that it was his idea first, and please, go ahead.
All right, let's go to Allison in Pittsburgh. Allison, what's up?
Hi.
Allison. It was all for Allison.
Yeah, it was. I just want to tell you I like your show, and I said commercial. That's all I want to tell you. I liked it a lot. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Did you
sorry.
chuckle?
We should be #1 in Pittsburgh in no time with phone calls like this.
Yes.
Hey, what
This is why people are tuning in to hear Opie and Anthony.
I'm sorry. That's all I had. I like your show, and it makes me laugh.
Allison, what do you like about the commercial, though? Give us a little something else.
I didn't know.
Attaboy.
Oh, no. Poor Allison. She's just...
Adam in Florida, what's up?
Congratulations, Opie, on the New York Mets.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I'm down here in Florida, and I watched the game last night, and there was wow stickers all over all the signs calling around Shea Stadium, which is great to see. You guys are making a presence, and rock on.
Yeah, the virus is slowly but surely spreading. There were wow stickers during the Mets game.
What part of Florida?
He's gone. I don't know.
He was in Shea. He wasn't in Florida.
So that was just a quick call to congratulate me on the Mets, clinching last night. Thank you.
Meet the Mets.
Because I had a lot to do with it.
I know. I love how they congratulate the fans. Hey, man, you got to call your buddy up. Hey, congrats, man. You guys did it.
We all do that,
We did. We
all do that, though. Our buddy Joey from Paisano of Mulberry Street, in the heart of Little Italy, our old pal, he's an Eagles fan. And one year when the Eagles were doing great, we all had to call him up. Congratulations, Joey.
Hey, best.
I'll tell you why we do that. Because when the Eagles lose, he's the first one you're going to call and yell, faggot. So you figure you got to give the guy some kind of good feelings when the team... It's not his fault they lose either. So you got to kind of give him some kind of nice... I was going to say props, but I looked down and my skin color realized I shouldn't.
Joey is a true New Yorker, and...
Why is he a dirty Eagles fan?
That's what I'm saying. Something went askew, man. Because I believe he's a Yankee fan. Holy crap! I almost said Mets.
I bet Joey was molested by somebody wearing a Giants helmet when he was a younger fella.
Something went wrong.
Can't become a Giants fan.
Something went wrong because he's as New York as it comes, and he loves the Islanders. He loves the Yankees.
That's what happened.
And then out of nowhere, he loves the Eagles. It's like, what?
Young Joey.
How did that happen?
He was trick-or-treating one year, younger lad, and a man opened and was wearing a Giants helmet for Halloween and gave young Joseph the business. He put young Joseph's face in the candy and gave him the business, and young Joseph is now an Eagles fan. That's my theory.
And can't eat candy corn.
If I don't show up for work for 6 weeks, you'll know Joseph disagreed.
It's so stupid how you pick your teams, though. When I was really young, I've always been a Mets fan, but my dad went on a business trip to Minnesota and brought back like a Minnesota Twins banner. Next thing you know, I'm like a Minnesota Twins fan for a season and a half.
Were you?
Yeah. Ew. Out of nowhere, I'm like, well, I think I like this team now because I got their stupid banner. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million of those stories out there. I forgot what it was with Joey and the Eagles. Maybe he could call up if he's listening this morning. It was I don't know, someone gave him a jersey when he was 4 and it just stuck or something.
You know how I became a Cowboy fan? I think it was during the Pittsburgh-Dallas Super Bowl 13, which Jackie Smith eventually did drop the pass and they lost. I think my whole family hated Dallas and everybody was rooting against them. I think I rooted for them.
To be different.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what it was. I mean, that's my earliest memory was like them losing the Super Bowl.
Hey, really fast, speaking of football, the football picks are sponsored by Dish Network. More football for you, better TV for all. Call 1-888-GET-DISH. There you go, Than. That plug's out of the way. Holy crap. But basically, the behind-the-scenes staff is picking games every week. We got $10,000 up for grabs. One of the guys is walking away with $10,000. I'm in it just as a goof factor, and if I do win the $10,000, I'm going to throw it out a window or out of a helicopter to the fans. I'm going to do something crazy with the $10,000. Now, last week I tried to pick the games legit. I went 2 for 5.
Well, that's not that
good.
It's not that
2 for
good.
5.
It's probably could have done that just flipping a coin.
Of course you could.
Well, the funny thing is, Sam and Steve, they don't know anything about football, and they're in the lead.
You know what we should have done?
They've picked 6 right. I got 4 right at this point.
We should have gotten a retarded person to make the picks, like a genuine retarded person.
Yeah.
I have to do this every week. Let's do it. Find one.
Well, that shouldn't be hard. Let's just go down and see who's listening to this program by the 3rd or 4th one.
Bring me a waterhead. I need a waterhead. Can someone camp out on the sidewalk?
We got to find a retarded person.
And as soon as we find a waterhead, they just haven't picked my games for this week.
You can go all day without seeing one.
I'll go waterhead or bobblehead.
Or you can, how about
your
this?
Pick.
You can pick them and see who does better at the end of X amount of weeks, you or the guy, which will show you does randomness work.
Well, I'm that guy.
Well, you're not a retard, though. I mean, you know football.
No, but I tried last week, but now for the rest of this this competition, I want to I love your idea. I want to get a waterhead or a bobblehead to pick my games this week.
A bobblehead. And you can't just find them like walking down the street. Think about it. You go days without seeing them.
All right, I'll go with a midget.
I see them all the time.
Midgets are
midget
even
picks.
More rare.
The midget will pick.
You got to go somewhere they hang out.
Huh?
The zoo.
Yeah.
I think they like the zoo. Go to the Bronx Zoo.
Here's the thing.
Find a whole group.
If you want to find I don't know where to find retarded people other than the porn I enjoy. That's the only place. Nothing? All right.
No.
All right.
Oof. Go ahead, please.
All right, let's say hi to Eric in New York.
Hello.
I like Jimmy's idea, though. I want a waterhead or a bobblehead to pick my football games this week.
Opie.
Yeah, what's up, Eric?
Yeah, I wanted to call you out on something. I mean, you claim to be a big baseball fan, but just to know that it's not called a banner, it's called a pennant.
All right, thank you, sir, for correcting me. I really appreciate it. Makes me feel real good about myself.
Very important.
Let's go to Josh in Pennsylvania. Josh?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I was on YouTube yesterday, and I was watching, just looking for some stuff, and I saw actually when Opie threw the chips at that woman yesterday.
Yeah.
That was some funny shit on the radio, but it was even funnier watching actually her facial expression. She took it like a champ, but you should have hit her in the face with those cards.
Well, she started crying later. She kept up a brave face in the studio, but the second she left the studio, she was bawling, just crying her eyes out by the elevator. And, of course, we had Iraq run after her with a telephone to get every tear on the air.
They replayed that clip on XM yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... And the clip on YouTube is pretty damn funny, I got to tell you. I saw that recently as well. A lot of great clips on YouTube. Just throw Opie and Anthony in the search. All right. Thank you, Josh.
No problem.
Hey, you watching The House?
No, I don't like watching House. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, and I can't watch those shows. Some medical shows I could watch. I liked watching Emergency. Remember that? Engine 51, Squad 51, and they'd pull out, because that was based on like accidents and stuff. They'd go to a construction site, and the guy would be like pinned under some wreckage, and they'd have to, Rampart, what do we do? On that big phone. And then it was like accidents. I don't like the medical stuff where people got something. And House is the worst of them all, because they get things that no one gets. Like regular, ER. ER is bad enough.
Dude, you ruined ER for me. I was watching it as a dumb, stupid little show to pass the time before I went to Betty Bye.
Can't.
And then we had a discussion on the show one day where you say you can't watch these shows because they talk about illnesses that you never thought about, and now you have to think about that you could get this dumb thing, even though you're living a perfect life and you're completely healthy.
2 reasons.
All of a sudden you start with a dumb little eye twitch that we all get, and next thing you know, it's foot cancer. It's like, what? How did that happen?
You start with an eye twitch, and then you're like...
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Oh, yeah, it started with an eye twitch. Great. It's either that...
I never looked into these shows that deeply until we discussed this on the air. Now I can't watch Grey's Anatomy or ER
none of that.
or House. None of them.
And I don't need the goddamn depression. Like, I like being a happy feller. I don't like watching a show where, all right, go in, tell the parents their little baby daughter's dead. Oh, that's a wonderful scene. It's just every scene they're going for a goddamn Emmy. Every scene. All right, walk out, Noah Wiley. He was on that show, right?
Yeah.
They walk out and now go explain to the parents how this cute little girl that's laying here on the gurney that you can see now with the tubes and everything is dead. Tell him she's dead.
To be relevant, you might as well have used George Clooney.
George Clooney. See? I don't know. The reruns to me. Is that show even still on? Is it?
I think it's
Get out of
season
here.
20.
Ooh, I'm on TV. Tool. I can't watch medical shows ever since I was a kid. That goddamn medical center and Marcus Welby growing up. So I can't watch them. And House now is the worst. Because they're diseases that start out like nothing. Every week, it's nothing. Hey, I just came in. I don't know. It's a little elbow pain. I've been playing some tennis. I think it's tennis elbow. Oh, let me take a look at that. House comes and gimps over and looks at it. And as he's looking at it, blood squirts out of the guy's eyeballs. Feces comes out of his ears. And his head spins around 8 times. And they got to admit him with something House has never seen before. On an all-new house. What? House is going to something that got to do something that could jeopardize his career. Oh, again? Still? What's he going to do?
This bit is too easy. Here's this week's promo.
Don't miss the new Fox Tuesday, first at 8. House meets his match when a brilliant doctor wants to end his own suffering. If I don't find out what's wrong with you, I'll help you die. An all-new House.
If I don't find out what's wrong with you, I'll help you, what? Die? Is that it?
Yeah.
It's a very controversial House.
Right.
Every week.
So if he can't cure you, he'll make sure you die nicely.
House. Encountering something he's never seen before. Again.
Quincy script. House stinks.
House is awful, and everyone says it's a great show. I will not watch it to even see if it's great. Shows like CSI, I'll watch cop shows. I like things like that. CSI, murder, things like that, fine with me. I'll watch every one of those stupid Discovery Channel A&E. It started on a cold December evening. She was walking out to the mailbox and disappeared. And then the first thing I do is I turn around and go, husband did it! The husband did it! And I'm so happy when the husband did it.
Bill Curtis, his voice.
Bill Curtis.
It's just all about disaster.
Whenever he mentions your name, you're finished.
Done.
Her body was found in the gutter.
I love it. There is something so captivating about those just gruesome murders. And if you're throwing like a sexual thing to it, there's something that you can't tune away. It's so horrific.
Best voice ever for that stuff is the woman who does the HBO voiceover for the Autopsy. That woman's announcement, she's so good. I don't know if I love her or if she just gives me the complete creeps.
Yeah. She is good, but I like Bill Curtis better. It's so like, you know, in the woods they found bullet casings. It's like, oh, did they? I'm so interested.
Oh, Bill, what's happening?
What happened, Bill? Tell me more. And then they go to commercial. They tease murders. It's like a murder. And it's like, the evidence would be found years later. But would the DNA match? We'll be right back. Does the DNA match? I'm not going anywhere, Bill.
What channel has most of those now? What used to... Didn't Discovery used to be great? And now it's all reality shows.
A&E really has a lot of that at night. MSNBC also at night throws on a lot of the crime shows and prison shows.
They're known for their prison
prison things.
I can't get enough of those.
On like, Oklahoma State Prison and this
Bitches in prison.
Yeah. Women's prison.
All dyked out and stuff.
And they go in.
Take it out on the picnic table during lunch recess or whatever they call it in prison.
Favorite scenes when they got to get the unit in because the guy is throwing feces out at the cops and put his mattress against the door and lit it on fire and stuff. And they get all the guys in these big suits of what amounts to Kevlar armor. And they have the shields that have the stun gun in it. It's like a plexiglass shield that has metal strips on the front of it, and it's a stun shield. So all you got to do is hit him with the shield, and he's down. And they're all, badass right up until it hits him, and then, all right. They drag him out.
But the scary thing is, those convicts that they're going in to get, those are like, when you go to jail, those are the guys you have to fight.
Oh.
Like a guy that takes 6 men in, like, football uniforms.
Yeah. To
tackle,
to calm you down.
Angry.
Yeah.
And they still put up a fight.
That's the guy that will punch you in the face if you cut him on the food line.
You're done. People like me, you.
No, not me. You, not me.
Done. You.
I know how to handle myself.
Do you think walking in every prison movie shows the get off the bus and the walk in holding your prison clothes? And they're all like taunting you and spitting at you. I would just have to maybe right there disrobe and back up to a cell. Just get it over with immediately. All right, go ahead. Do as you will with me.
Man, it's easy.
Do it you will.
Very easy.
I would be the prison whore.
See, now, a guy like, we got Chuck Liddell coming in. That's a guy who's obviously never going to be sexually assaulted, but a problem he would have is he'd have to fight all the time because everyone would want to say they knocked out Chuck Liddell.
You got to be the tough guy.
Everyone would want a shot at him, just even if they got their asses kicked. It's happened before, so
that's
they all
another
want to
thing.
say they're the guy that knocked
we got to ask him about that, too, because when Mike Tyson was in his prime, a lot of people wanted to fight Mike Tyson when they saw him on the street.
That's why he had bodyguards and stuff to take care of that for lawsuits.
To have the bragging rights.
In every
to fight him in a street fight.
Every prison movie, they also have that scene where, you got to take on the biggest guy in order to show everybody that you're, badass and crazy. And that would never work in reality. You would be in the cafeteria, you see the biggest guy, you say something to him, and then you whack him or something, you hit him, and nothing would happen. He would pummel you. You would later get pummeled again. You would probably get raped. Then beat for the rest of your time in there by the biggest guy in prison. That's how it really plays out.
Yeah, because they don't. The people think if you just go up and hit the biggest guy, you'll get respect. But what do you think the biggest guy is going to do? Punch you once? He may decide to cut your air off with his food tray and murder you.
And just kill you right there.
If you just punch the biggest guy in jail in the face, what do you think he's going to do? I respect you, little fella. He's going to kill you.
That only works when you're maybe by a small margin, the second biggest guy in prison and have kind of a chance.
Or if you have a reason to hit him. If he did something, if he took something from you and then you saw him and hit him.
What are you going to do? Let's say he took your breathe right strip, Jimmy. What are you going to do?
I'd say I'd prefer it if you gave that back because it helps me cut down on my snoring, young man.
They're all in the same boat, and that's why we try to stay out of trouble.
What would I do? Ideally, I would hit him and take my beating because you have to. Otherwise, you're asking for even worse problems. In reality, what would I do?
Leave him alone.
What would I do? I'd stand up and go, if you don't give that back, I'll report you to the authorities. My friend is a guard here.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, sure.
There are movie prison things and real prison
and
things.
There's reality.
And forget about it.
Now we got all the guys calling up that work in jails. We've done this. We'll take one real fast. Frank in New York, what's up?
Hi, how's everything?
Good.
First, you were talking about the show with the the officers that go in the suits. I worked with New York State, and that's the CERT team. I was on that for 6 years.
The CERT team, yeah.
I was the fourth man in. I had the left arm once he got pinned up.
Right.
Yeah, we get called, ain't no joke. You're going to the infirmary.
Oh, wait, you guys each basically pick a body part, like you're assigned a body part?
That's a smart idea.
Well, they know exactly what they're going after when they go in there.
Wait, now you said that you're going to the infirmary if you guys are coming in. What do you do if the convict all of a sudden realizes, all right, I'm about to get my teeth knocked out, and you guys break in and he just lays on the floor, arms out?
Listen, when an inmate gives up, it's over.
Okay.
You can't do anything because everything's being filmed.
Yeah, they also have a video guy that comes in right after as they're going in.
Smart.
He's like the last guy in, but he's got an overhead view and he's looking down on the whole scene for everyone's protection. Yeah.
The first guy's job is to pin him. If he keeps going, everybody gets a body part. The fifth man in, the sixth man in has the shackles and the cuffs. The seventh man has the camera. Usually a supervisor.
How do you decide who's going in first? Who gets that awful detail?
It's what you practice. You have the training. Everybody gets the training. It's who wants the job. And we used to practice as being the inmate taking on the officers.
Oh, man.
Who's the lucky fella that gets the private parts when you're going in there?
That's usually the house bitch, but no one on the CERT team goes after that.
Are there guys that you've gone in on that really did make all five of you really work? I mean, like guys that were a problem for even all of you guys together?
Usually the problem guys are the smaller inmates that sit around, that don't have a program, that have nothing to do all day but be pissed. And, a lot of people find it hard to believe, but the bigger guys that work out all the time, have programs, whatever it is, the mess hall, DMV. A lot of people don't know. You talk to DMV, you're talking to an inmate. Yeah. You ain't talking to someone, out of the regular DMV office.
That's a surprise.
But it's the guys that work out that you don't have the problem with because they're working out their frustrations. They got a job. It's these little guys that, 110 pounds wet holding 2 cinder blocks that give you the hardest problem because they're pissed off that they got to be in there. They got nothing to do all day.
But what if you said to the guy, sir, please don't do that. We'd prefer it if you didn't.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What would happen if you used logic? If you said to the person, sir, please don't do that.
Of nothingness.
Well, what are you going to do?
What would happen if there was a bigger man than you and he punched you for your jello and you told somebody?
Listen, you got to write.
Are you allowed to talk while you're in line in prison? I've heard so many rumors.
Yeah. You do what you got to do.
I would be very scared going there, sir. How would I get on library detail?
And second,
sir, did you see Escape from Alcatraz? Was that more realistic than the Morgan Freeman movie with Tim Robbins?
Yep.
How often would you say people get shanked?
It ain't gonna be.
I would be very scared to be in jail. That's why I'm a good citizen.
It's going to be.
Sir, do you think that people fight in jail because they're angry or because they're sad? Sir, when you're done eating your lunch, are you allowed to bring a donut back to your cell?
You can bring a goat anything you want as long as you.
But how is the coffee in jail? I hear it's a bit stale. Are you really allowed to make hooch in the toilet?
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you, sir. That was very informative.
All right, Frank. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for saving that.
Truck
Frank
drivers
Browner.
and corrections officers. Very lonely people, I think.
God.
Don't have to talk to
Write a book instead of call the show, please.
Not many people to really talk to.
No, Frank was all right for the first 10 minutes. It's the O8 virus spreading across America.
Thank you for calling Career Match. Please state your qualifications after the tone, and our computer database will provide you with an appropriate career choice.
Well, I play pinball. I'm up to level 46 in EverQuest, if that's part of my resume stuffer. And I can drink beer and throw things at people.
I could review video games.
Thank you. Just a moment while our database computes your career path. Our computer shows that your career choice should be douchebag talk show host. Thank you for calling Career Match.
I'm scared.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Just a reminder, Chuck Liddell coming by to say hi on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Very excited.
The O&A virus spreading across America. Oh, my God. Yes, we have another contest. Oh, yes. Send us your 30-second or less production piece about the Opie and Anthony Show. In the week of October 2nd, we will announce the best 5 entries. Submit your entry at 923freefm.com by September 29th at 9 a.m., and you can win the new MacBook. It has everything you need to explore all your creative possibilities, and you can take it with you wherever you go. Head to the Apple Store or apple.com to check it out. Maybe we could do some radio today.
Could be.
They're selling the crap out of this show, which I guess is good news.
That's good.
This was
a company.
This was a cute little story. I love this guy. Anthony thought he was a douche.
Who's that?
I'll play it for you again.
All right, let me hear.
We talked about this about 2.5 hours ago in the office.
A Long Island neighborhood cleaning up this morning after a man goes on a rampage in a bulldozer, of all things. The man was reportedly very upset that LIPA had cut power to his home. So what did he do? Cops say that's when he went on a joyride, taking out power poles and trees in Coram. They later arrested the suspect sitting on the curb. LIPA not reporting any power outages. That guy just lucky he wasn't electrocuted, for gosh sakes, you know?
Oh,
I love the guy.
For gosh sakes. No, this guy's an ass.
I love the guy. I love this guy.
If it had been, let's say, LIPA didn't turn his power on because there was an outage and he'd been waiting and waiting and waiting, then he'd be some kind of a, hero mowing down their stuff saying, fix my crap. But it seems to me, from the story, I don't know all the details, that he's a guy that probably didn't pay his bill and they turned his power off. They just said, that LIPA turned his power off.
He's having a tough time making ends meet.
Yeah.
Probably needed
on a bulldozer.
Probably needed a little more time. Called them up and said, I need a little time. They said, screw you. You're just a little person.
So his neighbors,
little people, we don't deal with you guys. You either pay or we shut you off.
His neighbors may have had to suffer by having no power because he's mowing down telephone poles,
knocking over mailboxes,
driving through people's backyards. Got a girl on a bulldozer. Took across state line. That's a man act.
You gotta love him, though. He gets in his bulldozer. Just starts knocking down the poles in his neighborhood.
Where do you just get a bulldozer, too?
Especially on Long Island.
Just gets a bulldozer.
There's not a lot of bulldozers on Long Island.
Guys that do that. Or grab tanks. It's like he was driving a tank down the highway. What?
That's one of the greatest videos ever.
Gotta give him credit for that.
That guy was a psychopath, but...
oh, yeah, when he ran over the motorhome and just cut right through it, and then the cars and...
Where did he get the tank again? He was in the military or something?
Yeah, I think it was San Diego.
And what, a little domestic dispute or something?
Yeah, he was a little angry, decided to take the tank through some neighborhoods and then on the freeway.
Just rolling over the top of people's cars.
Some of the best stuff is the police audio from that. He actually didn't, no. Miraculously, because he was crushing everything in his way. And the cop audio from the radios are great, because they're going, how do we stop this? They're asking supervisors, and no one has an answer. No one had an answer how to stop it, because he is rolling over cars like they're nothing, cutting right through them.
Crazy.
And finally, it was his own mistake. He tried to make a U-turn from one side of the freeway to the other and got hung up on the cement barrier in the middle. And the cops rushed him and opened up the lid. Boom, 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 boom. Shot him dead right in there in his little tank.
How did that not break through the barrier?
I don't know. He got hung up on it. The way he hit it kind of sideways, and it was teeter-totter.
He wasn't trying to knock it down. He was trying to go over the top of it.
Trying to go over the top,
and he miscalculated. And then, like Ann said, he was stuck, and he couldn't move forward anymore.
Yeah, on either side of the barrier, and he was kind of just sitting there.
Yeah. It's one of the greatest videos ever.
That's
Mark,
on every one of those police chase video tape things.
I've seen it a million times. Mark in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, man, I used to work for PSE&G. It's an electric company here in Jersey.
Yeah.
And I took the calls when people have their power shut off. It's really hard to get your power turned off. And once it's off, basically, if you tell us you'll give us $1 a month extra, we'll turn you right back on. This guy had to be a real douche to have his power shut off so long, then he got this pissed off.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess there's more to the story, so hopefully we'll find out.
We used to get our power turned off in California all the time. My father wasn't big on paying bills. Not big on paying bills.
Oh, no, Jimmy. Another father story coming.
So for a little while, we had kerosene lanterns in our condo. We rented this place, and even as a kid, when we're signing the lease, I saw this little old couple that owned this brand new condominium.
Yeah.
And, like, she had these twisted arthritic fingers, and she's writing her name on the lease, and it's all big and fun, and my father's got the, charming smile on, and and as he's signing it, even as a kid, I'm going, oh, this ain't gonna last long. This ain't gonna last long. I knew my father just really irresponsible as far as cash went and stuff.
What was he spending the money on? Instead of electricity.
Well, first you'd have to make the money, which entailed, like, holding a job, and that was kind of rough for him. Never really held down a good job for very long.
But he had a great time, didn't he?
Great time. He got a job once as he was an investigator by trade. That's what he did. But I don't know what he ever investigated. They'd give him these surveillance vehicles with the, like, one-way mirror glass on the camper shells in the back and stuff. And I don't know what the hell he did. Never went to work. He'd hang out with the Mexicans at the stable and just drink beer. And, our electricity is getting shut off, things like that. So, finally we were getting tired of the gas lamps because you can't really watch a gas lamp and be entertained by it. We wanted television. So he went outside and took the meter off and completed the circuit with a piece of wire and then put the meter back on. It's called jumping the meter, I guess. Wow. And that worked for quite a while, a long time. It worked for like a year. They never came and checked or anything. They just assumed we weren't paying the bill, and they never checked anything. So we went a year without paying any electric bill and getting electricity.
Did he finally get caught?
We were gone by then. We were out of that place. We didn't last long in there. And that beautiful condo had, like, Little House on the Prairie oil lamp burn marks on the ceiling. And the dogs would be in the house, and sometimes they'd get into things that would make them go to the bathroom in certain ways that are very hard to clean up. And that was in the carpeting, trying to pick it up, and it was just like, that's not all coming out.
Just destroyed.
And and the dog would be left in the apartment sometimes, and the corners of every wall were chewed through the sheetrock. Just like, oh, that poor old couple. What are you going to do?
Bill from Waterford. Oh, so that's why you were taking showers with your dad. It wasn't to teach you how to bathe. It was to conserve water if it was shut off the next day.
Right. Never knew how long we were going to have hot water.
Pat the trucker, what's up?
What's happening, fellas?
Hey.
It's nice to support this guy after the bill I just got from LIPA.
Oh?
I live out in Suffolk County. I have a one-bedroom apartment. My bill for the last month was $650.
Wow.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're refrigerating like a meat locker with your air conditioner?
No, I have central air conditioning. I know the unit's a piece of junk and it's not working, but still, for 1 month they tell me 3,000 kilowatt hours used, $650. I call them up and they say, too bad.
Screw the electric bills. How about the cable bills? Are they out of hand or what?
Hey, let's hear it, people. Let's hear it, huh?
How much are you paying for cable?
Well,
I pay about $200.
I'm up to $200.
$200 a month for cable.
All right,
for
Pat.
Cable.
Thank you, Pat. Patrice in Texas, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was just calling to say that I'm really glad you guys are back on the radio. I was pissed back when they took you off in Philly.
Complimentary call.
In Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I moved to Fort Worth, and I was,
Was it worth it?
Boring.
Well, it's Fort Worth.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing. But,
boring.
And hey to Jimmy, I love the show, by the way.
Boring.
Boring.
So you're not a Jimmy fan. Of course you're boring.
You sound like Daffy Duck.
Is that the best you have?
Sound like
you
Daffy
stupid
Duck.
Philly whore who moved to Texas to be a whore down there? Is that the best you have?
Yeah, I'm a whore wrangler.
Exactly. Who cares if you like me? Just die.
The show's great. Lucky Louie, the show, and you guys are great. I'm really glad you're back on radio.
Oh, you like Lucky Louie?
Oh,
my fault.
No, she's a good girl.
I'm a former Howard fan.
Are you?
Well, we're glad you're here because you're obviously bringing a lot.
All right, thank you.
God bless. Keep listening.
All right.
You're right.
Sure, guys.
Goodbye.
Let's go to Jay in Philly. Jay, what's up?
Should never listen again.
You guys sure you're not black? Your aunt's father don't want to keep a job. Hopes growing up not having enough milk and food. What the hell's going on?
Yeah,
we were kind of brought up poor.
A little poor, but no, it wasn't so much poor as just.
Actually, we weren't.
Priorities were really, really bad.
We weren't poor. We had 7 kids, and then they were bringing in other kids to be the good Christians that the church was trying to turn my family into, and it didn't work.
Ope's family was like a cult, and my father wanted to be a cowboy until he died.
One summer we had like a black kid, like this black chick. I wonder whatever happened to her.
Ooh.
How was that?
Chocolate.
She would come out and spend the weekends with the church, but we were responsible for her. But she didn't have to live with us, but we had to do things with her.
She was a hooker. I hate to
it was the weirdest arrangement.
let you in on this, but
all of a sudden we're at like the beach. We're all putting suntan lotion on and stuff, and she's just sitting there, no lotion needed. Just like it was so foreign to us. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Black people in Centerport, yeah.
Yeah, there weren't many black people in Centerport. I was introduced to the Schwoogie when I went to junior high school.
I don't think did they call them that in your neck of the woods?
God, man, the church is the strangest thing ever. We're having a tough time making ends meet, and then they convince you to take more kids in, help others. How about we help our own first?
No, guys.
All right.
All right, man.
Jay doesn't know what to say to that.
And I know I wasn't black back then.
I really want to know what happened to that black girl. First summer, she was like part of our family. Kind of. I don't know. Yeah, callers are lame today. You're right, Maurice. Don't have to go to that. You want to try to sneak one more in before we take a break?
What have we got?
Chuck Liddell is here. We're going to talk to him next.
Yeah.
But another teacher in trouble. Another teacher in trouble.
Let me guess.
Here's the story.
At Smyrna High, the boys' soccer coach and history teacher has been suspended without pay. Charles Hardy is accused of kissing 2 female students. Teresa Bush is live there with that story.
Again, they're sending the reporter that fits the story.
Another one.
Teresa?
Demetria Hardy has denied these allegations. He was a second-year teacher and coach here at Smyrna High School. He previously worked at Putnam County and in Warren County, and he had a clear record when Rutherford County school officials did a background check on him, but now he is facing allegations that could cost him his job. 2 female students at Smyrna High School claim teacher and soccer coach Charles E. Hardy kissed them. They say it happened in front of other students in his classroom.
Well, there's a difference when you have a kindergartner who has scraped their elbow and there's a teacher trying to comfort that, and when you're dealing with high school girls who are nearly 18 and a student or a teacher, kissing on the head, on the cheek, in front of the class.
One's hot.
It's just completely inappropriate.
I think it's gross when you kiss some kid's scraped up elbow.
Oh, I know.
I'll make this better.
Yuck.
Kid scrapes his elbow, next thing you know, and there's a tongue down his throat. This should make you feel better.
This will work.
This guy's just all horned up, man.
What a creep.
Oh, my God.
Scrapes his elbow, fast forward 20 years, he can't keep a rod, and he's crying in bed while his wife goes, "What's the matter, honey?" And he just bites the pillow and says,
I scraped my elbow.
He kissed it.
The guy's just fishing.
Get a Band-Aid.
He's just fishing. A few kisses to the forehead. He's trying to figure out who the goers are.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, who the goers are and who could keep a secret.
It starts slow.
Oh, yeah.
A little kiss on the cheek, on the forehead.
That's what this guy's up to. He's just throwing his line to the water. Seeing what happens.
Teachers are creeps.
Evans says all teachers in Rutherford County had training before school started this year on what actions are acceptable and unacceptable when it comes to students.
There's a line that you cross there. Encouragement, we encourage encouragement. But physical touching between teachers and students, especially with something like this, completely off limits.
One of the teenagers says Hardy kissed her twice this month on the cheek and on the head. And after she spoke out, another 17-year-old girl came forward and told teachers he'd kissed her on the cheek last spring.
It's one of those unfortunate things that you think that someone would have enough common sense not to do something like that, but unfortunately that's not the case.
School leaders here in Rutherford County have asked the Sheriff's Department to investigate to see if there are any criminal charges. Now, you may think, what's a kiss got to do with criminal charges? Well, under these circumstances, a teacher and a student, it could be viewed as sexual assault or battery by an authority figure. No charges have been filed yet. That investigation is still going on. We went to Hardy's home here in Smyrna today. He declined to make a comment on air, but he has told authorities here that he is innocent of these allegations. Now, as far as Hardy's future here at Smyrna High School, well, that's in the hands of the school's director, who says he will not make a decision until the Sheriff's Department investigation is over.
What do you think's going on there? You think he's just a good teacher? He's doing it in front of everybody?
He's trying.
Or is that his cover, you think? Like, what's going on?
I want to hear what he did when the kid reported that she had hemorrhoids. How he took care of that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean,
is there a lot of paranoia going on in the schools?
Maybe.
And students are looking out for all the
I think they're
So they're confusing maybe an innocent kiss to the forehead as something different.
They're being overly
But then again, the kids aren't that young. They're
that's 17.
17, 18.
Yeah.
How he knows enough with his affection.
There's a line between teacher and student that shouldn't be crossed, and it's that whole, kissing thing. Doesn't fit in there. Not supposed to.
I was just being friendly. The boy had a groin injury.
A groin injury. The boy had a groin injury.
The boy had a groin injury. I should have my fat face slapped.
I wish I could have done that.
Yeah. All right.
Back in...
Oh, yeah, let's go to 1976 Anthony. 1976 Anthony, what's up?
Hi, good morning, guys. Listen, 2006 Anthony, I wonder if you can send us some of that Cobra Shelby money. We have no power today.
Go screw 1976 Anthony. You work it out yourself. If I changed that, if I gave you money, it might screw things up and I would disappear from right now.
That's right.
Because you would do things differently. You'd screw up the whole space-time continuum.
Yep. He spent your money on a Mustang.
That's it.
Then this is 1976 Jimmy here.
All right. That is why this is proof positive that a time machine will never, ever be invented. Because if it will have been invented at some point, we would know about it because somebody would come back and say it.
It will. It actually will be invented.
It cannot. It would
it
never.
Can be.
Because somebody would have come back to fix something.
No, maybe
You'd
we
meet
really haven't
somebody.
invented it yet. Maybe we have not invented it yet.
But if you eventually do, then you'd come back.
No, you wouldn't.
You'd come back in time and...
Oh, no. We're heading into pot talk.
It may not work that way.
Why? It would have to.
Oh, God.
No.
All of a sudden, you'd be there. Let's say 25 years from now, I invent a time machine. I come back. I vow I will come right back into this studio. I will walk in right now. See, I guess it didn't happen.
And I was looking at the door. I know. I was a believer.
Everyone was turning around.
I was a believer.
Someone would come back and say, hey, I'm from the future.
Maybe by then we know the rules and we can only observe a certain way or interact a certain way.
Everyone breaks the rules. Someone will come back just to help them out. You get a loved one that died. You want to tell them something like that. It changes everything.
I come back and just commit sexual assaults, then hop on my ship and head back to the future.
Back home and see them all screwed up later in life. See the damage you've done and giggle.
I see you? Well, I'm not.
All right. Listen, we got to take a break. Scott from Virginia. Tell Opie to please stop mispronouncing Chuck's last name. It's not Liddell. It's Liddell. Sorry, Scott.
Call him a liar?
Better Scott tells you than Chuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's why I read his feedback. Just take care of that right now. We're going to talk to Chuck Liddell next on the Opie and Anthony Show. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Greg Opie Hughes.
Holy crap, my brain just exploded.
Anthony Kuhlman.
Wrong, idiot, you ass.
James J. Norton.
Give me those ribs, you. Waka waka.
You stay away from me, Jim Norton.
You idiot.
Martini Steve.
Cozy Lebanese fat fingers.
E-Rock.
E-Rock radio.
Shut up, Eric. Right, Robin?
Robin.
I
else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony. XM 202.
We have Chuck Liddell in studio. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. Good morning, Chuck.
How you doing, man? Way too early, but how you doing?
Yeah. It's too early for you?
This would be too early for me if I was in California at home. And it's way too early.
Yeah.
It's way too early out here.
Chuck is an intimidating guy, and he just comes in, he's nice. But just because when you've seen a guy do nothing but punch other people in the face and knock them down, you really don't want to misstep and say something stupid. I'm like, do I say hello or do I say hi? Which would he prefer?
Yeah, I know. Very personable. Very nice. You know,
I try to be, but you know, I have that switch. I can turn it on and off.
Oh, you got the switch?
Yeah.
You seem to fight different than a lot of the guys do. Like, I watch some of the UFC, and it seems like a lot of the guys do a lot more grappling and stuff like that. And it seems like you are just about just knocking them out. And it's like, is that...
Well, that's what I'm good at. I mean, I wrestled in high school and college, and I know submission's pretty good, but... you know, what's fun for me is knocking guys out. So
I like how
I like to hit people. So you know,
you have taken a lot of different styles, and you know, you're good with each one of them. You know, a lot of people are just one-trick ponies, and that doesn't quite work anymore.
Oh, that doesn't work at all anymore.
No.
You know, but the thing is you got to be good and comfortable. I'm comfortable on the ground. I'm a decent wrestler. And so that allows me to do what I love is punch people. So
yeah, there was a fight. God, I cannot remember your opponent's name, but it was a rematch of a guy that actually defeated you.
Randy Couture or Jeremy Horn.
Horn. It was the Horn
fight. Should have stopped that fight a little earlier.
I watched that fight, and
his corner should have stopped that fight in the first round.
Screw that! I loved it. Oh my God. Bloodthirsty.
Me after the first round. I let that go for another 3 rounds.
What is your strategy where he's on his back? You got an open face to punch at him, but you back off and let him get back up.
I wanted to knock him out. It's easier to knock him out from my feet.
Is that it?
You got like
because I'm like, Chuck is kicking his ass.
That takes balls.
God!
It's easier to knock him out from your feet. I think.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, finishing the fight for me, standing up, I can end the fight anytime. One punch, one kick, whatever.
I've seen it. It's devastating.
On the ground, it's a little harder to cause that much damage punching a guy.
And are you not worried, but, well, maybe worried or concerned that because he's on the ground, he might be able to get you and trip you up, maybe get you in a hold?
Well, you know, that's the other thing. For a guy like Jeremy Horn, though, that's where he's comfortable. He could actually rest a little bit down there if we were on top and hold on a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not comfortable standing up with me, so he's not rested at all.
The pain factor now in the ring, I assume later on you're probably like, man, that hurts. But when you're in the ring, are you feeling pain? Are you? No,
not at all.
You don't.
That's not something that bothers you. I mean, I don't think. I mean, some of the guys maybe, I don't know, but I've been striking since I was 12 years old, and I don't really think about. I'll worry about pain when I'm done.
I'm a pussy, Chuck. I see you guys against the fence.
Do you think you needed to tell Chuck that?
No. Not at all.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh really loud.
There's all kinds of punching going on. I know. I am a pussy, and
just in case, in case Chuck was wondering.
Oh boy,
relax, Chuck.
I'm the worst. Yeah, relax.
Relax. There's
relax.
I'm not less guy you got to worry about in the studio.
But I see the guys up against the fence. They're up against the fence, just getting in a hold or something, and I sit there and go, "Oh, that fence must hurt." And meanwhile, his elbows going into their nose.
You guys don't seem to be worried about size either. Like, I mean, I watched a little. This is a little Asian guy who was fighting from his back, and there was a big. I think it was a big Russian standing over him and trying to punch down while this guy just like pivoted on his back on the floor. And eventually he got picked up, and I'm like, oh, this little guy is finished. And 30 seconds later, the big guy is tapping because this little bastard put an arm bar on him. You guys just don't care how big your opponent is.
That was Valley Tudo, Japanese Valley Tudo one, right? The guy almost had a shut eye.
Oh, I didn't remember.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was tough, man. Yeah, he's a tough kid, man.
That's what the best thing about Ultimate Fighting is. you don't have to worry about size or
you got to worry about size. Some.
No, I mean, yes, somewhat, but it's not so much like
a really good athlete that's got really good technique.
Yeah, if you got good technique,
beat a guy that's not as good, as good technically. So.
You intimidated by bigger guys? I mean, you're 6'2", what, 205?
205 is what I fight at, yeah.
How much, we were talking about jail and stuff before, how much testing do guys do of you just because you're Chuck Liddell and they're like, I would love to see
honestly, I never get that. I haven't got that in years, man.
Really? We got a guy on the phone that claims that he hit you in a bar in Vegas just to see what would happen. Dave in Tennessee, what's up?
Hey, Chuck, what's happening?
How you doing?
All right. Hey, I don't know if you remember, when I hit you in a bar in Vegas about 3 years ago. Do you remember that? My buddies dared me to do it, and I just want to see what you would do. You turn around and beat the shit out of me?
Well, they dumped out that just so everyone else could enjoy. He's saying you turned around and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, sorry.
Honestly, I don't remember, so, but...
Hey, love you, though, man. You're a great fighter.
Thank you very much.
What an idiot.
Yeah, how many shots did you have?
Yeah, why would you do that? You see that pit bull over there?
How many shots did I have? I don't remember.
Yeah. How old were you when you knocked out your first guy?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. That I can remember. Probably 14 or 15.
Yeah, well,
and that was your first. That was your first real fight, schoolyard, like Ant's saying?
No, I've been fighting in the schoolyard since I was a little kid, but that was when I started doing martial arts at 12, and I started actually competing when I was about 14, 15. So.
Is that when you realized you had a gift? Because knocking people out the way you do, I mean, is a gift. You just hit people and they fall, and it just. When did you realize, wow, I really can do this?
One punch power, I think, is a gift at some point. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to.
It's also that you can see an opportunity so quickly. Like, you can see an opening. If somebody leaves you a split second of an opening to his face, it is over.
Well, I think a lot of it is that. I mean, timing and accuracy is more important than pure power.
Yeah.
At a lot of points.
What do you feel when you're walking into when you're walking up? Because fighters always fascinate me. It's because you guys are going in there to, hurt somebody or be hurt. What are you thinking as you're approaching the ring? Like, what is your adrenaline? Are you scared, or you just block that, and is it anger? What is it?
I don't get it. I get excited going in.
You get the adrenaline.
I love to fight. I love to get out there. I've worked for 3 months to get there. This is my reward. I get to fight somebody.
Dude, that's the last guy you want to fight. If he sees the fight as his reward. That's the last guy.
Do you see it? Do you see it sometimes on an opponent's face? Do you see fear because of who you are?
Hey, watch Tito next time I fight him. That guy. You can see that's fear. Watch when he's looking across the ring. That's fear.
Yeah,
he's guaranteed.
You know that he's scared of you.
Me for years. And I knocked him out last time we fought.
There's a huge rivalry there. Yeah.
How long into the fight?
He runs his mouth a lot, but he's still afraid of me. Don't let him kid you.
Wow.
Tito didn't last long with you, did he? How long was that? Am I remembering incorrectly? Or is that a different fight?
No, actually the second round's 30-some-odd seconds in the next second round.
And you knocked him out standing?
Yeah.
We have somebody in the room that actually took on Tito once. Our own Steve C. Took him on.
11 seconds.
Chuck won't even look at you. He's so disgusted with the thought that you might have taken on. He won't even look at you.
Steve was a lot fatter.
How much did you weigh back then?
Fat guy.
$4.
He was $4, Chuck, and Tito came in, so we thought, let's see how long it takes Tito to take poor Steve out.
Yeah. 11 seconds he was on my back and put me in a sleeper hold. I was almost unconscious.
And 10 of those seconds he was wrapping up a phone call.
We're not going to do the same thing today, because I thank you.
And Steve, he kicks his ass.
I am really hoping
my thing's
you guys
punching, so you got to remember that.
Huh? Yeah.
Punching.
Yeah.
Yep. Because there are a lot of guys that where it's submission holds.
Oh, my God. He's sizing up Steve. Look,
great.
We're not doing it today.
Oh, one punch.
Chuck's like,
one punch.
Chuck's like, I need a snack.
He has a Prius jaw.
Right.
We can do that. You guys ever see that thing I did on Inked?
Huh? Yeah. Inked. The show, right?
Yeah. Jason Ellis asked me to hit him on the shoulder. You didn't see that?
I didn't see that. Oh, no.
It was hilarious.
What kind of damage?
Well, I was real nice about it. I said, I'm not going to hit you hard. I don't want to hit you hard. And the guy kept... So I tap him, and he goes, hey, is that all you got?
Oh, no.
Boom. He hit the floor. It was hilarious. It was kind of funny. I've kind of felt bad a little bit after, but...
What an idiot. Why would anyone ask? Why would anyone ask for that?
They have to prove something. They have to prove, like, all right, Chuck hit me, and all I want to do is say, all right, how can I be nice to this person and walk away with my teeth? Why do you feel a need to challenge somebody who's job
I saw him about a year later at a fundraiser for Tony Hawk, and it was pretty fun.
Still got his bruise.
You know, he was an MC there, so he was making fun of me the whole day, giving me a hard time. But he's actually a pretty nice guy. So I was drunk. Why'd you listen to me?
Oh. Your post-victory celebration in the ring, is that like a release valve?
Yeah, that's about the most. I tell you what, I'm not very emotional normally, but that's about as excited as you ever see me get when I knock somebody out.
Excited? It is frightening because I mean they play it up. The camera goes right on you, and you flex and make a face like, oh my God, this guy is a monster. You are a living monster. That like. It's the most frightening thing to see. And then the poor son of a bitch just laying there has to look up at you.
That's got to suck.
Oh, God.
Smelling salts. Did you see him yelling hip hip hooray in the corner? What happened?
What do guys say to you afterwards? You know, because a lot of times you see the opponents, you guys come up, have some mutual respect.
Come up. Good fight, whatever. I don't know.
Anyone ever say, dude, man, I've never been hit like that, or, give you a compliment
not right there, no. I mean, sometimes the next day.
Oh yeah, they're not making much sense.
Yeah.
A lot of where am I?
I don't want to go to school today.
Yeah. Are the Brazilians as scary as they used to be? I mean, they were the guys it seemed like who everybody was afraid of. Obviously, the Gracies. Are they not as frightening because of people caught up to them?
Well, everybody knows what they're doing now. Everyone does it too. I mean, look at Matt Hughes and Hoyce. Matt Hughes fought Hoyce. He beat him at his own game, and he was a step ahead of him the whole time. I mean, it just
people caught on to that relatively quickly.
It's the same style. So but everybody's using their style now too. I mean, it's become truly mixed martial arts. You can't. It used to be, boxing versus wrestling versus jiu-jitsu or whatever, but now it's everybody in it is just. They know all three. They just have which one they like to concentrate on. Which one's their favorite to use against somebody.
It's been interesting watching it evolve like that because at the beginning you would see a couple of these guys get in and it was all about submission holds and they'd wrap up. It was like watching a couple of snakes. And one guy, out of nowhere would tap out and you go, what happened?
Yeah.
What the hell happened? And they show it in slow motion and go, oh, he grabbed his arm and shoved it around by his ear and you didn't even see it. But now you got to know a little bit of everything. And I think your advantage, especially the way it is right now, is just that something about punching someone hard in the face just beats everything. It just beats everything.
Always wins in the end.
That's why people like watching Chuck because we don't understand. I watch the announcers or I listen to the announcers talk about what's going on, like when they're in a hold or he's looking out to lock the arm, and I have no idea. But when I see you standing up and your fists are up, I know exactly what your goal is. Hit him in the face.
As hard as you
watch
can.
That, and I can that's what I
it makes life simple for me too.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to the phones. There's a lot of people that want to say hi today. Joe in Jersey, what's up? It's Chuck Liddell.
The Iceman. How are you, bro?
I'm doing great, man.
Oh, I love the way you fight. I love everything about you. I just can't wait to see you spank Tito one more time in that ring because I hate that guy.
Hey, no problem. That'd be my pleasure.
Is that going to happen? I don't.
What they're talking about doing in December. We'll see. He's fighting Ken in October on Spike, but hopefully that goes right for him, and we'll fight again in December.
Are you surprised at the popularity? I mean, it's
I'm not surprised.
It's so much bigger than boxing. Boxing was the sport when we were all growing up, and now, I mean, I hate to say it, but not many people are checking out boxing anymore. It's all about ultimate fighting.
Well, I think it's a great sport. It includes boxing in it,
right?
And we do a lot more. So I mean, I always thought we could do it as long as we needed that to get that. To get platform like free TV, so people could try us out for free.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for guys that spend money to watch a fight fight with a bunch of guys they've never heard of.
Right. It was a little odd years ago. A lot of people were put off by it. I assume from watching that some type of rules are in place.
Well, they had to be taught it was a sport because at first people thought it was just like
I got
gladiators.
For years, I got stuff like. Do you guys work out? I'm like, yeah. I mean, the average fight in the street, you see guys, they're tired. You see two guys fight in the street, they're tired in 30 seconds. They're done. I mean,
street fights are.
It's a whole different world.
People don't
understand.
A guy like Mike Tyson, how would he do? Like, Tyson's like kind of like the measuring point we have for like what a tough guy is.
You're talking
because
Tyson
like
in his prime,
fighter.
obviously.
Well, even now he's in his 30s. He's still a guy that I wouldn't want his fist crashing on my jawline. I mean, like, how would a guy, like you said, maybe 10, 12 years ago, do in a situation like the way you fight?
Well, it's a whole different story. I mean, he's got one shot. He's got one shot coming in, and when you grab a hold of him, you take him down. It is over. I mean, a guy like him would have to learn. He'd have to learn the other parts of the game. If he learns the other parts of the game, he could be dangerous because he does have the one punch power. If he can keep guys from taking him down, then yeah, he becomes dangerous. But coming straight from boxing,
he wouldn't intimidate you.
Oh, he's not gonna lie. I'll shoot a low single on him from the start anyway, and take him down, and then it's over.
Wow.
Hey, you use your feet too.
Yeah, let's go to Trevor in New Orleans. Trevor, what's up?
Hey.
Trevor's 7 years old.
How you doing, bro?
Every year, I'm cut my hair like you.
Well, thank you.
That's his hair like Chuck. All right.
He's kicking ass in school.
All right, let's go to John in Hackensack. John.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, you got to ask Chuck about, it was an early fight when he first, started coming out. He fought this juiced-up monkey, Kevin Randleman, and he knocked him out in, 20 seconds. And I remember before the fight started, I was like, this guy's going to get killed. And he just stopped him in, 20 seconds. It was one of his, first big fights in the UFC.
Yeah, it was probably my fight where I actually started coming in where I was probably a 4-1 underdog at least. And
wow.
I just dropped with a left hook. I caught him real good and finished it early.
Is he the guy? He's not the black guy with the blonde hair, is he? Who is that? Is that him? Because that was the guy. That might have been a fight I saw. Because that guy, I saw him fight a couple of times. And I thought this guy's invincible. I'd never really watched UFC, and then I saw somebody make short work of him, and it might have been the fight you're talking about. I couldn't believe somebody had beaten this guy. I'm like, there's a guy tougher than him.
Well, everybody thought he was coming down from heavyweight. He's a heavyweight champion coming down to light heavyweight, and they thought. Thought he was going to run that weight class, and then I dropped him early.
Let's go to Brian in New York City. Brian?
What's going on, guys? Hey. Happy birthday, Jimmy, by the way.
Thank you, Brian. You're a good boy.
It's not his birthday. Shut up.
You're a sick beast. Every time I watch you, very exciting, very energetic. What's going on with Silva right now? And how do you train differently from someone in Pride compared to UFC?
There's no difference training for a guy from Pride to UFC, but Silva, they pulled that fight. The Pride guys pulled that fight a couple days after they announced it on the UFC.
Right.
They took the media thing from it. I think it was the 6th most searched guy on Yahoo the next day. So they took that and they just ran with it. They took away from me, but he's got taken out by Crow Cop anyway. He wouldn't have been able to fight. I was supposed to fight. For those of you who don't know, I was supposed to fight him in November. After the show, I was going to fight him right away after mine if he was okay after his fight. But Crow Cop knocked him out, man. So.
How'd you get the shine there?
I got it the way I always do wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
No one wanted to ask you, by the way.
No.
We all see the black guy or the remnants of a black guy. And we're like, do we ask?
It's all right. I get it at wrestling. I look like this all through college. Wrestling in college, I look.
Really?
Wrestling season, I have a black eye one side or the other. I have a bad habit of wrestling in my face.
Can I ask the hack? Can I ask the hack question? What was the worst injury you had doing this?
Fighting or wrestling?
Either one, I guess.
I've torn my MCL 3 times.
Wow.
So, I mean, I tore it once in college and then 3 times fighting. But I fought twice with it torn. So,
Jesus.
Hey, what do you think of Joe Rogan? You know Joe?
I know Joe. I like him.
Yeah, we love Joe.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Joe's an animal. Not in your class. But, in the comedy circuit, I think he could kick any one of the comedians' asses.
Of the comedians, Joe is God. In that realm, he's like the funny announcer. That's the guy that tells the jokes. He's cute. But Joe has done a lot for you. Joe has done a lot for UFC because he really. He talks about it.
He trains with Eddie Bravo. Good friends with Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, he brought him one day.
I train with Eddie too. Down when I'm in LA, I go to his gym and work with him. He's a great guy.
He's a little guy too. He doesn't look like he's
tough, man. He's tough. He's one tough submission guy.
Yeah. Didn't he submit a Gracie in Brazil or something?
Yeah, he did in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Hey.
One of the good guys, they didn't want him to lose.
We should take a break. We're a little late here. You're hanging, right?
Yeah, I'm
We got another 15 minutes. Anything we're promoting that we should talk about before the break? As he looks around for his handlers.
Honestly,
we'll give you the big plug after the break. How's that? And we also have one of our guys in studio, Master Poe. He has handed in 20 to 30 questions.
Jesus.
Poe. He's a huge fan. We'll get Master Poe into the discussion next. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Chuck Liddell in studio. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. He is a badass.
Yes, sir.
And we're all getting along. I don't even want to imagine what kind of problem there would be.
What do you got? You got family life, things like that?
Family life.
Yeah.
I got a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
A son and a daughter.
Oh, that's nice.
They'll be 8 and 9. My daughter's going to be 9 September. My son will be...
They ever give you a lip?
In October.
They ever give you a lip?
No. They're pretty good kids.
You go, you know who I am? Do you know who Daddy is? Are you crazy?
Not afraid of you, though. You're just dad.
Yeah.
They're probably not.
Well, that's the funny part is like,
They're not doing their homework. You just leave your tapes around for them to view. You might want to take a look at a few of these kids.
How is it with the chicks, too? Because, women like a guy who can protect them and, or in my case, a man that will pay them for sex. But, do you, pull a lot of girls just because they feel safe with you?
Well, I don't know why. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, girls feel safe with me, I guess. But
I would assume they would.
They like that tough guy. Women like tough guys.
Well, some do. Some don't. Some do, yeah. But
girls or you, Jimmy, feel safe.
Hey,
I would feel safe.
He's pacing back and forth. Let's get Master Poe into the discussion here.
Poor Master Poe.
Hey, Master Poe.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. You got like 20 questions. You
really whipped up quite a few questions there, Poe.
Yeah, well, I had to because first of all, it's an honor.
Thank you.
Liddell.
Thank you very much.
I just want to let you know that this is definitely an honor. I just want to get through the basic questions, and I want to get rid of the stuff that you hear every day. And I want to get to the meat of things, if that's all right.
That's all right.
It's all good?
I'm good with that.
Oh, how about just a couple questions?
Just a couple?
Yeah, we're not handing the show over to you.
All right, well.
I don't care how tough you are.
Master Poe Show.
Right. Gentlemen.
A couple of questions. All right, we'll start
Ask some of the good ones.
Some of the good ones? How do you think MMA has evolved? Or I should say, where did it originate, MMA?
Well, they say Brazil, with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but... once it got here, and you started with the UFC in '93, it's evolved. It's now truly a mixed martial arts, and that means it's a mix between the boxing and striking, the wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
And how do you think it has changed the martial arts of today?
It actually it added. You had to add wrestling and jiu-jitsu to any style that wants to be considered a real fighting style. Yeah, I think for a while. Some of the traditional styles, decided somewhere back in the 50s that it's time to keep our style pure and not evolve anymore. And evolving was bad.
Okay.
But back in the day, the styles were constantly evolving. And.
All right, let me go to the phones. Look up another question there, Poe. Ronnie in Florida, what's up?
Hey, Oni, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Chuck, it's an honor and pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
I got just a couple things, and I'll hang up and just listen. First of all, what do you think of Tank and Shambach? And how much discipline...
Shambach. Who's Shambach?
I'm sorry?
Tank and who?
Shambach.
Shamrock.
Shamrock,
yeah.
And how much does discipline come into a fighter, and what is the lifespan of being a fighter? I know football players get beat up there pretty bad on Sundays.
Well, it's one of those things. It all depends. Lifespan of a fighter depends on the guy. Randy Couture fought till 42, and I think if he was still fighting, he's still one of the best guys in the world. other guys, they're not doing as well. They're ready to retire earlier. I think Shamrock's planning to retire after this next fight with Tito. It's on the 10th. I'm hoping he has a better showing than he did last time. And he's still a tough guy, but he's ready. He said this is his last fight, win or lose. Should be good. And
then the guy asked a question, which I don't know, why would you ask Chuck Liddell this? How much does discipline play a part? Gee, I don't know. You probably have to work out and eat fairly healthy.
Yeah, just totally give in.
Not at all. Just show up. Hope it works out.
Jimmy's going to go into ultimate fighting.
Yeah,
give it a try. Why not?
No discipline. I'll throw a few punches. I fall.
Maybe you'll have something to fall back on.
Yeah, the mat.
If the comedy doesn't work.
You use even just around the house, maybe training any weapons. Any type of sticks or...
I did some when I was in martial arts. I grew up doing martial arts. I've done some here and there, but I was never much into it anyway. But
yeah.
I got to fire some fully automatic weapons the other day. When
there you go.
Working with the CHP SWAT team.
That's got to be fun.
Really cool.
How recognizable are you now? You noticing everywhere you go now, people are starting to notice who you are?
Quite a bit, yeah. Pretty much everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he's branching out all over the place. We were just talking about that during the break. He's going to be in an episode of Entourage. He was on Celebrity Fit Club
I just
Sunday.
I did a thing with Dancing with the Stars. My ex-girlfriend, Willa Ford's doing it. And
would it kick her partner's ass? That would have been funny. You just come out flying out and kick her partner's ass.
He's a nice guy, but they came out to my last fight and watched the fight, and they filmed some stuff, and we hung out for a little bit and did a few little goofy things, I guess, but it's pretty good.
Why would anyone do... the ex-boyfriends are always scary when you're in a relationship. You're always worried about the ex-boyfriend. And why when a girl goes, oh, there's my ex, where the one who just knocked that 300-pound man out one punch, why would you ever call her again? I would never deal with Chuck's ex. What if you are you a jealous guy? Are you a possessive dude?
Not at all. Okay. I mean, me and her are friends. Me and her are just friends. I mean, we're good friends now, and I'm trying to help her. On that show, she's trying to get all those. They do half this by voting. So it's kind of an interesting show. Last week she was third on the judges and 10th overall because of the voting. So she didn't do so good on the voting, the call-in voting. So I've been trying to help her out.
Yeah.
All right. He'd be the one that got the phone call though. He touched me and then he pushed me out of the car.
But no matter how well your relationship's going, how long you're into it, if you're in love with her for a year, if he shows up and goes, I'd like to work things out, you just get up and start putting your things into a satchel.
Just leave.
You hand her back over.
No questions asked.
You don't even ask him to move his car if he's blocking you in. You just sit in the driveway
and wait for him to leave. Sir. God, is that true? Let's go back to Master Poe. Another question for Chuck?
Yes.
Chuck Liddell in studio.
You have a famous gladiatorial celebration that shows the intensity of every vein and muscle throughout your body. Ooh. Where did you get that from?
I don't know. It just came one time after a fight, and I've been doing it ever since. And the funny thing is, a lot of people actually... I got fans that come up, and I don't know which one I'm more looking forward to, you knocking them out or celebrating afterwards. So.
Oh, man. It's got to be fun just celebrating right over them. Hey, how you doing?
I was laughing.
How you doing down there?
Go ahead, Master Poe.
There are so many, I'm sorry, guys, if,
You're just thrilled.
We get it. It's a big moment for Master Poe.
Trust me, no sorries. I'll be laughing all day.
This is like fighting with sticks.
Master Poe, just so you know, he's our, over at XM Satellite Radio, Master Poe is our security. He's what keeps people from going through the door. He's a sharply dressed individual, but a major problem to opponents, so he's the guy that protects us.
Yeah, we've seen him in action, too.
From a Japanese style of martial arts?
Originally it was Japanese. It was Shotokan and Jiu-Jitsu. That's where I first started when I was 5. And then from there, I kept on training. Filipino arts.
Exactly. Same with me.
He's a lover,
too. Same with me, too.
He likes to sing duets as well.
But he's a Latin lover,
Yeah, he loves the duet.
A little bit. You studied Kempo.
Yes.
What style of Kempo was that?
Hawaiian Kempo.
Hawaiian Kempo.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Kaji Kempo.
Under Florendo Visitacion? I'm sorry, Edmund Parker.
No, it's Adrian Eparato.
Okay.
Walter Godin, and then my trainer, John Hackelman.
All right, I got him confused. Adriano Emparado and just the Hawaiian Kempo.
Yeah.
But you spell it K-E-M-P-O.
Yes, K-E-M-P-O.
I can't look either thing.
Wait a minute. I have to look at these. I have one question for Master Poe. Master Poe doesn't really question a lot of people. He's kind of a quiet
I studied
guy.
under Mr. Hanole.
Yes. I studied under Don Ho. He taught me how to do nothing. I ran out of thought there. All right.
Ukulele.
One of the questions was, is that what he played?
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate him. Or did you just kick ass in grade school? Or were you always, Paul, I don't understand this one. Were you bullied when you were a young boy? That's one question. Or did you just kick ass in grade school is another question. And then you said, or were you always a wolf looking for sheep?
The mic's out.
Poe.
The mic.
Oh, the mic's out. That's always a shame when that happens.
Why would it
he
work?
found another one. All right. You want to explain that?
Well, this isn't working.
Oh, I hear you.
It's working. Trust me.
All right.
Maybe your headphones aren't working.
You're on.
All right. The question was, when you were in grade school, did you always kick ass? That's right.
Yeah, I was always a fighter growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a problem?
No, I didn't get in too much trouble.
Yeah.
I was smart about it, and I did it more for competition than anything. I'm kind of mellow, kind of laid back, so I'm not.
I'd imagine you
pissed
got
off, but I like to fight for competition.
I'd imagine you got straight A's in school.
Actually, I did really well.
Of course you did. You go right up to that teacher and say it's an A or it's.
I think
that's
this
a
was
knuckle
right.
sandwich.
I think you're right, son.
Right.
I have what type of do you have like a game face you put on? I mean, you said you're excited when you fight. Do you have like a certain look you give people? Because I mean, we're looking at you now. You look like a pleasant enough fellow. He's a nice guy.
But coming into the ring.
You know, I honestly don't think I changed, but my friends definitely noticed a difference a couple weeks out from a fight. The way
even his happy face,
the way I carry myself and everything. Yeah,
you could tell walking into the ring. It's definitely not a put on. Like, oh, I'm going to intimidate this guy. You just work yourself up into a state of mind where, you know, that's how you look. And believe me, when you see you walking out, it is intimidating. I don't know how anyone in their right mind steps in the ring with this.
And even a guy like me, I hit the heavy bag. You know, I work out. Chuck and I probably have that in common. At least we both hit the bag a little bit. And I've been wanting to work out my abs. I actually wanted to ask Chuck what he did for his abs, and my shame took over, and I decided not to ask. I'll just do Pilates like the faggot that I
am. Yeah, we should make Chuck out.
We really aren't happy with ourselves, Chuck. Have you been able to tell?
How about one more question from Master Poe?
Master Poe.
Well, I can't hear myself, and
you are on.
That's okay.
All right, take your headphones off. That'll help.
All right.
If you can't hear yourself, you might want to take those off.
Okay, your mindset, Chuck.
Talk right into the mic there.
Yeah. Talking to the mic. All right. By the way, I'm not used to this questioning.
I got you.
All right. I'll do the best.
You don't have to tell me. I got it.
You figured it out, like the rest of us.
We learned that.
We're good. All right. The mindset that you possess when you go into the ring, what is it?
It's all business.
Okay.
I mean, it could be anybody out there. I've been training for 3 months, and when I get out there, I'm not an emotional fighter. I'm going out there. I'm trying to set a guy up and hurt him. So, I mean, that's the plan. His mindset is just do the job that I trained to do for the last 3 months. So,
yeah.
Can I ask a follow-up to that? You said not an emotional fighter, meaning you're not going or I hate this.
I don't need, like, people ask me a lot of times, how do you need to get angry? How do you get mad at this guy so you can fight him and try to hurt him? I'm like, no. I'm the opposite. I want to be calm, and I think anger clouds your judgment.
See, I would try to use reverse psychology. I would just be very nice to Chuck as soon as we stepped into the ring. Looking good. You lost a few pounds.
And you'd be right. You give me a hard time. I tend to gain weight in off season, so
I would try to be too nice to knock out. Like Chuck would like me too much to want to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
No,
boom.
That wouldn't help.
Probably not. No. You'd like me after.
Even if I like you, I'll be nice to you after, or I'd be nice to you after and before, but not during.
You know how long it would take for you to regain consciousness? Do you even understand how long it would take?
By the time I regained consciousness, science would have progressed to the point where they could fix whatever damage he did.
You better hope so. Very good. Well, Poe.
Well, he's got his closing.
A closing question?
No, the closing statement.
I
think you really should tell everybody.
We're running out of show.
Okay.
All righty.
Yeah, we can't run out before I, talk about the fights coming.
Oh, no.
We'll get that we got time. Hell yeah.
I guess someone slapped me in the back.
Yeah,
I don't want him to get mad at me.
No, we will take care of all that.
He picks on me. Where's he at?
this, Poe? Jesus, I have to help you out here? That's your statement that you want everyone to know today.
Okay. I don't think anyone here can refute the fact that you are a great fighter. You are a champion. And to see you continue to fight would be an honor, and I'm sure that everyone's going to watch television for that.
Thank you.
Keep on fighting.
I'll keep fighting as long as my body lets me.
Knock them out.
Thank you, bro.
All right, Master Poe, everyone.
All right, great, Master Poe. Thank you, sir.
What did you want to plug, Chuck?
Absolutely. They got the UFC 63s coming up. Actually, two of my friends fighting. Two of the fights I really one of probably the best fights I don't want to see, just because it's two of my friends. Matt Hughes and BJ Penn are fighting, and both great fighters, both great guys. It's going to be a great fight.
You must just watch and go like, oh.
Like you're happy for one and you feel bad for the other.
Exactly. No matter which way it goes, I'm going to be happy for one, and like you said, upset for the other one. So
when is that?
That was the 23rd down at the pond, and it's on pay-per-view. It's going to be a great fight. So
23rd September.
Now, and there's also they got Ken and Tito are fighting on the 10th on Spike again, and I'm hoping Ken does a little better this time, but if not, I'll get a slap Tito around later after that, so don't worry about it. I'll take care of him.
That seems to be the only thing that you do take personally is you're fighting with Tito.
Yeah, that like probably is probably one. But the thing is, that's one of the things that it helps me train for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't. But still, even when I walk in the ring with him,
you just don't like the guy.
No, I don't.
No.
He's one of the few guys out there that most of the guys I'm okay with, but he's one of the guys.
Why don't you like him?
I don't like. He runs his mouth too much. He's one of those guys that he dodged me for a lot of years, and but he'll talk a tough game, but then when it comes around to it, won't pull the trigger. You can talk all the trash you want, just pull the trigger when it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Take the fight.
Very good. It's Chuck Liddell, everyone. Thank you so much. This was great for us.
It was great hanging with you, man.
We really appreciate it. Jimmy, really fast before we get out of here.
Cleveland tickets for our show. We are coming broadcasting from Cleveland this Friday, and this Saturday, the Tower City Amphitheater. It is the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus, $10 tickets. Apparently, Cleveland is the poorest city, so we're going to keep them at $10. That awful Pete was right. It's presented by Bud Light, of course. Always worth it. You can get them at Ticketmaster. On the show is Robert Kelly, myself, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill, Otto and George. I know I'm Rich Voss. And if I'm forgetting anybody, too bad. They'll be there. So it's this Saturday, our first trip to Cleveland as a show together.
And the last date on the Comedy Tour.
Last date until next year.
We're going to be pumped. Chuck Liddell, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks. Hey, by the way, I got to say hi to Reed. Reed, he actually got me to listen to your guys' show a while back. So,
cool, man.
I had to say I don't.
Oh, I didn't know you listened to us. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Have someone like him on our side.
Hey, Reed.
Or maybe he's not on our side. He listens to hate us. I don't know. Chuck Liddell, thanks. If you're not joining us at XM Satellite Radio, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Vincent's going to tell us what he learned this summer.
I spent 3 weeks with my Uncle Anthony, and I learned a lot from listening to his radio program. First of all, women on the radio stink on ice, and all holes should be banned from the airwaves. Next, it's good to live amongst the Jews. They have all the money, so they have nice houses, and the crime rates are low. Opie's name is first because he saved my uncle from blue-collar hell. Jimmy is a good egg, but I'm not allowed to be alone with him.
The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
Outside Free FM. Yeah. Some of the fans getting pictures with Chuck Liddell. That was a great interview, man. A lot of fun.
So much to ask a guy like that, you know? It's so weird. Like, you think, all right, he's a fighter. But there's so much shit to ask him. Like, sometimes you get an actor or a musician in there, and there isn't much to ask him. But just like the whole psychological thing, the physical thing, you know, him just kicking ass, there's so many cool things to ask a guy like that. And he was really, like, easy to talk to, relaxed.
He was great.
Well, Colin does a very funny joke, Colin Quinn, about how whenever you walk into a place, each guy sizes each other up. Can I kick his ass or could he kick my ass? But with a guy like Chuck, it's like, all right, he's just like probably the toughest guy you're going to meet.
Right.
He really loves to fight, and he's great at it. So you want to get into his mindset and just ask him questions like, I can't comprehend being in his world.
That's what it is. You can't understand what it's like to walk around like that. And you want to know. You want to get as close to knowing as possible.
And he doesn't have a traditional build. Like he's a big dude, but he's not like overly muscled like a steroid guy.
He's a big guy, like you could see working at like the garage, lifting engine blocks, something like that. Yeah, it's not like a trained, worked fighter's body or something. But he just goes in there. I've seen so many of his fights. Just destroys.
Yeah. Did you guys see his happy face? We were looking at his happy face.
Yeah.
And it was intimidating as hell.
Yeah.
And he was in a good mood. He was having a good time.
Big black eye.
Big black eye. But even his happy face, you could see there's just a problem waiting to happen.
Like if I had that black eye, I wouldn't be able to go out. I'd be in the hospital with
a steak on it.
Yeah, with a big Flintstone steak on it. And then all right, I'll just get punched in it a few times because I'm going to be fighting.
Imagine having him as a friend. You go out to a bar, you get yourself in a little trouble, but you have him off to the side.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And then it comes in to save the day.
He's with a chick and leaves you out to dry.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're waiting. Yeah, the cue you set up happens, and he's not around, and you notice he's with a chick out back.
He's the type of guy that would probably... He would be so unthreatened by you. Like, if he knew he could talk his way... He'd probably talk his way out of it.
Yeah, before he just...
And would probably punk you going, look, you really shouldn't do that.
Yeah, what are you going to do to me?
Yeah, he's the guy that says, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
What could
you
possibly do to me?
And by the way, women, this is exactly what men talk about. You want to know what we talk about? Guys like Chuck... And what we would do if they were mad at us. We could spend hours talking about this, figuring out scenarios.
Destroyed. Now, Kenny, obviously, we know there are other means of taking care of people that technology has given us to take people out. You know what I mean? Things, flying lead, things like that. But in a straight-up fight, you and Chuck, what do you think?
Oh, he'd kick my ass.
All right.
He would be a problem.
Yeah, he's definitely... I mean, he's the champ. That's all he does is train. Yeah. Probably 4 hours a day, every day. Like a guy, I respect Jet Li too for all his accomplishments.
Yeah.
But I'd fight him in a heartbeat. Chuck, I'd fucking think twice about.
Yeah. I'd cry.
We had this conversation.
If I saw, imagine though seeing Kenny get all beat up. I'd be weeping for you, Kenny.
Yeah.
I'd be weeping for me because Kenny protects me.
Because you're next.
Yeah.
Kenny all punch drunk.
Yeah, if he knocks Kenny out, what's going to happen to me?
Well, the thing is...
stop hitting me.
I run interference, so if something happens to me, you guys just, run away.
That's our time buffer to run.
Yeah, I take it for the team.
Do you think that, you guys would square off, and he would obviously know that you know how to fight by the way you probably handle yourself.
Right.
So he'd probably be cautious. Do you think he would just get that first shot in there, that one quick shot, or would it be a kick?
No, I'm done. Whatever I tried to do, take out his kneecap, go for his throat, his eyes. But, here's a champ that trains 4 hours a day, every day.
I have your defense. Grab a handful of your hair and throw it in his eyes.
That's right.
That dry wheat chaff.
Yeah.
Will blind him.
Just talk to him, and when his eyes start to flutter, shut.
I mean, back in the day, I'm 49 years old now.
Oh, you look good.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to do some fighting myself, but I got tired of getting beat up for trophies. But, now I do the best I can for everybody concerned.
If I were Chuck, I would get shot. Because all I would do is hit on guys' girlfriends in front of them. I don't care. If your girlfriend's hot, I would just move you aside and take her hand and put it on my dick and go, what do you think? Would you?
What are you going to do?
Somebody would shoot you.
Yeah, you'd wind up getting shot.
There are guys that are fucking bigger problems than him because they'll kill you.
Been known to happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's walk.
Okay, guys. Bunch of men speculating.
Well, that was
speculating about other real men.
Peculiar.
It was a great interview, though. It was a lot of fun. Tom looking like...
got a meeting later or something?
Tom looking like a movie star today with those sunglasses.
Yeah. Yes. Look at 57th already.
Oh, Anthony, there's so much trash.
Look at this.
What's that guy saying?
Mess.
I don't know. He looks like 50 Cent, though.
Wait, what is he saying? What do you got, bro?
This is a goddamn disaster. Hope he's trying to get in the truck.
Yeah.
It's being jacked.
How you doing, man? All right. So, I'm out to my nearly. I have your sign, behind my truck.
Oh, he's got a wow sticker.
Wait, he's got a sign on,
it's a wow sticker? Yeah.
I have it in my, on my truck.
Well, hopefully you get flashed. And there's our names on the back of the bus in front of you. It's all about Opie and Anthony in New York. All right, we'll check it out. Good luck making your delivery today.
It's a red light anyways. Not like he's got to go anywhere. Look at this fucking street.
That's not bad.
I am not driving down this thing today.
5 or 6 hours, you'll be across town.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about this yet on the radio. Manhattan's a nightmare today.
Yeah.
Gridlock alert, right?
Once again, every leader of every good and scumbag nation is here at the United Nations, and it fucks up traffic all over Manhattan.
Isn't it amazing how all these shitbox countries trash America, and yet every one of their fucking leaders comes here knowing they're going to be allowed to leave?
Dude, the fucking president of Iran is going to open. He's going to close for Bush. He's like the closer. He's the big headline star now. He's the guy. Fucking Iran.
Bush is a warm-up act now?
Yeah, Bush is just a warm-up for him.
I will be honest, though. It is better for all involved that he's involved in the process. That is a good sign.
The process, he's going to come here and blurt out more propaganda bullshit.
Let him.
And then we let him leave. We got him right here. Why not take him out?
Because if not him, another one. And Musharraf is here from Pakistan.
What's up?
We
How
better
you doing
protect
there,
that motherfucker. Without Musharraf, we are in deep trouble.
You know, if the UN was in another one of these savage countries,
Hawaii,
no leader would leave.
Oh, wait, no.
Hawaii.
Gentlemen.
Explain about
look at
style of fighting.
Dog. I just want to jerk
technique of sumo wrestling.
What? Did you work out at the Dole Pineapple plantation?
I hope people enjoyed the Master Poe questions as much as we did. The whole staff was laughing.
Oh, my God.
Up.
At one point, Than...
People were howling in the glass booth, the dunking booth.
Than turned away.
Than wrote me a note. I can't look.
My favorite part was the Poe's intro, because he had a pre-planned intro, but he said it fairly naturally.
Fairly naturally. It was read like a hostage note.
Yes.
I don't know. Can we cross? Who knows?
I don't know.
I think we can go this way.
It's one of these.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
there
of course
it
we can
is.
cross.
Oh, we got a useless traffic woman in the middle here.
Well, this is a
That'll
tough
help
job she has
traffic.
today. This is not her
That'll help.
She can't help it. Look at her. Not only is she up, but she's a woman.
Why these gloves got to be white?
Let's cross right here, boys. You dropped something.
Nope.
Fucker. How do?
Oh, the CNN
How
bus.
do? Top of the morning.
What?
Hi, hello.
How do?
That bus is full of CNN people.
Where? Right there?
Yeah. It's a press bus. A lot of those all over. Look at this fucking road. I am going to go to the West Side Highway.
Man. I bet you there is traffic too, sweetie pie.
Get a hotel.
Get a
No,
room. Get a room.
because this is going on forever.
Oh, just stay forever.
Could be
We miss
weeks.
you.
Yeah.
Aunt, we hardly knew ye.
Oh.
Know what we should do today?
Kiss?
Well, that would be nice, too. It's been a while. We should let Anthony go home at 10.
No.
And then do the rest of the show from your car, because we will get some of the best radio
Oh,
from
my
Anthony
God.
ever.
Let me tell you.
How about 10:30?
The other day would have been good.
How about 10:30 today? Your car's out front, and you get into this mess. This thing isn't moving.
Well, westbound is not... My voice just went up. Westbound is not bad, though. So if you go to the West Side Highway and go north...
No, if I got in this, it probably would make good radio, but I would have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be like this all day.
I'd start
Isn't it going to
driving.
get worse as the day goes on?
Yeah, I'm going that way, though.
Oh, you are going to go that way?
I'm going to go west and then north, and I'm going around this whole mess.
Yeah.
You have to, dude.
Because if it's like this now... Oh, thank you, sir.
Is Bush sitting in traffic, you think?
Bush doesn't sit in traffic.
That's got to suck for, like, Al Gore or any ex-VP. When you're traveling now, you hit traffic.
You're just a schlub.
Because Clinton's probably not in traffic. They probably block things off for him.
Yeah, I bet they still take care of him.
We got to say goodbye to the guy from Australia. Is this it for you?
When are you going back?
You go home tomorrow, right?
Have a safe flight. What airline?
Tomorrow morning.
Savers houses, mate.
20 hours?
Yeah, something like I fly to LA. I'm in LA for a day, and then I fly home.
First class? No.
No,
You
mate.
don't got a sleeper?
College student.
You got a sleeper seat?
Nope, nothing.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind flying
Aisle
first.
seat. happy with that. But
What do you got to do? Just get up and walk around a little bit?
Yeah,
what kind of plane? 747?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
400 or something.
You got a lot of room.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
You get a lot of room if you're in first. You have a big sleeper seat. And coach, there's just more seats cramped.
You allowed up in that lounge? Get a drink?
What's that?
You allowed up in that lounge?
No.
No? That's first class?
Brought to you, yeah. Food's brought to you, drinks are brought to you.
Jesus.
Their choice.
Tell them you want to go up in the first class lounge and mingle with a better group of people. Here's what I tell them. I say, you don't understand. My bank account doesn't reflect it, but I'm a first class customer. I'm a class act, and I'd like to be treated as such, please.
Oh, well, when we're, if we ever make it to your country, where do you live?
Feel free, come along. We've got a massive comedy festival, that's the thing, and just nobody, like Melbourne International Comedy Festival. I think it's bigger than Montreal, but smaller than Edinburgh or something. But I never see any of the guys.
Do you guys have XM there? You don't, right? But you listen to us online?
Yeah.
Good man.
XM online, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So listen online.
All right.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
All right, our Aussie friend.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, fellas.
Very happy you came. Sorry, man.
So look, we're making friends all over the world with this show.
God damn, why are there dogs in this stupid building? They always shit right behind the counter.
Jimmy.
That's not a dog, Jimmy.
That is,
it's the pile of the dog shit.
An employee.
That's the guy that's guarding us from
I want you to be
terrorism.
nice today. I want you to be nice just today.
That log, I'm surprised that log hasn't turned flaky and white. It's been back there for a while.
Just be nice. I want you to say hi and greet him nicely.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Go ahead of us and say hi.
Die.
Hi, sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
You have cancer. Die.
Let's get upstairs.
Opie and Anthony, XM202.
That sucks. Lesbian. I like that in a woman. And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass. I can't believe it. It's pedophile humor.
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus de Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
Just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Come on, it's not the incorrect password.
What happened?
My cap locks were on. I hate when you do that. Stupid cap locks.
They did not say this on TV.
Oh.
God, I love satellite radio. Are you kidding me? This one?
Yeah. Can you coming on the heels of the woman?
Yeah, can we get the woman one again? The woman one again?
The weather woman?
The woman one.
You know, the one with the woman.
Man, reporters are screwing up all over the place lately. I think they're just trying
to... for ratings. They were shock reporters.
I think they're trying to get on YouTube. I really do.
Well,
it gives you huge exposure. It gives you name recognition.
Could get you fired.
No, if they do it right, and it's an honest mistake...
True.
You don't get fired. Then the video goes up on YouTube. It's downloaded all over the freaking world or viewed all over the world. And you become a little more popular for that. Let's say hi to Jerry in New York. Jerry?
Hey, Jerry.
Jerry?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Jerry.
Hey there, Jerry.
Hi. Thank you.
Well,
you make my day wonderful.
All right. What did you call for?
Nothing at all. I wanted to be that annoying caller.
Mission accomplished.
No, I think Jerry's a good boy.
All right, here's the weather girl once again from yesterday before we play the latest one. Love her.
Easterly winds will be very strong, too, and that will cause coastal flooding, very dangerous rip currents, as well as very high surf. We could see...
Watch out for the rip cunt.
God damn, that's a good one.
Make sure we play it another 10 times today. I can't get enough of that one. Well, you ready for the latest one?
Oh, no.
This happened on MSNBC. Oh, no. XM only. Oh. We can't play this on regular radio. That's why you have the XM satellite radio.
Continuing to follow the latest developments in the crash of Delta Flight 5191, 49 people killed. Here's a Black Hawk helicopter surveying the scene. We know
it isn't. No, there could not possibly be a Black Cock
helicopter. Although the cock would fit more people than the helicopter does. Get out of here without those ribs.
These two should do a broadcast together, then everything would make sense. You got rip cons, you got black cocks.
Black cocks.
It all gets tied up together.
Wow, let us bask in that again.
That could be the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I like that one.
Better than rip cunts?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because rip cunts is kind of, it's also a word mistake, but Black Hawk helicopter just says so much about where her head is at.
Oh, right down in a black lap.
A Black Hawk. Yeah, I guess you could Black Hawk.
I agree with a guy from Cell Phone. Change the fucking XM intro piece.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't change any of the opening
current one
pieces.
has been playing for long enough.
Who hears it? As long as I don't have to hear it, I'm busy
We
walking.
have to update the production. We have to. It's time.
The opening, even at the other show, I specifically said.
Here's MSNBC once again.
I'm scared.
Continuing to follow the latest developments in the crash of Delta Flight 5191, 49 people killed. Here's a Black Hawk helicopter surveying the scene. We know the NTSB.
A Black Cock. She really says it.
A Black Cock helicopter.
Wow.
He loves it.
Wow. You came here looking for a helicopter.
Oh, he's calling us.
Yes, he is. I'm very psyched.
We didn't even promote that today.
Mr. Chris Hansen. Yeah, we should have mentioned that on Free FM. Let them know what they were missing here, which is Chris Hansen from Dateline is calling in at approximately
15, 20 minutes.
The child predator special that they do.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to Josh in California. Josh, what's up?
I'm here to break. Fuck, I stumbled, but I don't give a shit.
Wow. Don't worry about it, Chuck.
Balls, man. Yeah, what? He creeped out Liddell talking about going in that rage with the veins and the muscles on it. It's just like he was reading out of fucking Rent Boys or something.
Yeah, that was a weird question. I thought Poe did pretty well, considering he was a nervous Nelly. But when he said, the bulging veins, and sometimes it will appear that you have an erection in your shorts, it just was a little creepy. I don't know why.
And having said that, Poe would easily whoop my fucking ass.
Yes, he would. Poe Liddell would be an interesting. I think if Liddell landed a punch, Poe would be in deep trouble. But
yeah, look, where are the questions from Poe? There are some terrific ones on there.
Well, don't use my copy. It's signed, Than. I'll kiss you right in the stomach.
You got yours signed?
Yeah, I got Chuck to sign it. I didn't have any UFC things. I said that'd be kind of fun.
Jimmy, can you read the questions from Master Poe for Chuck Liddell?
I'm going to read them in order.
All right.
Here's how it starts. I would like to get rid of the basic questions that you hear all the time. Once we do this, we can then move on. ... It's nice when you have a natural hello written out. Surprised you didn't put pause, mouth open, words come out, pause, breathe. When did you first have an interest in martial arts? Who did Poe think he is, Charlie Rose? What martial arts styles have you studied? I noticed you have a Kempo tattoo on your shoulder. I don't like the casualness of that, like it just came in like to his head there.
Holy shit, let's all just get Kempo tattoos.
I think we should.
Because it looks like that makes you look tough.
Like
you know the Kempo thing.
I noticed you have a Kempo tattoo on your shoulder. What style of Kempo is this? And who was your teacher? How did Kempo play a role in your life? Were you bullied when you were a young boy? Or did you just kick ass in grade school? Or were you always a wolf looking for sheep? What? Were you always a what? Looking for what? I must have read that wrong.
I don't think he would be flattered by that question, by the way.
No.
Wouldn't he be a wolf looking for other wolves?
Yeah.
Instead of going for the easy sheep?
I was implying that even other wolves would seem like easy prey, gentlemen. You have an impressive record, and there is no one here. And I spell no with a K as it's knowledge. There is no, as in to know something, as opposed to the NO version that a lot of people would use there. Wow. You have an impressive record, and there is no one here. I guess spell check wouldn't catch that one, because technically it's correct. And if I spelled impressive right, we all know spell check was being used, gentlemen. There is no one here that can refute your record or your fighting ability. That's a statement. I decided to make a statement. You are a champion in this form of combat, and you are world known.
Wait. Someone has a really good idea. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
That's
Jimmy,
okay.
Because it's going very well, but this might even be better.
All right.
Pat in Boston. Pat.
You know, dude, I think it would be good if you read the questions like Bob Kelly.
You know, dude.
Well, here's what. Pope put a couple of statements in here.
Yeah.
Bob wouldn't ask questions. What Bob would try to do is bond as if two men of a similar ilk were talking, because Bob is that dumb. And here's what Bob, the statements that Poe wrote that Bob would actually use. Dude, you have an impressive record, and there's no one here that can refute your record or your fighting ability. Dude, you're a champion in this form of combat, and you are the world known. It's the type of thing that's stupid, would rehearse in front of the mirror over and over. But his questions, Bob wouldn't really ask questions.
Okay.
Because Bob's a pontificator.
Well, you could do the other one, because this one was, Poe did this one to Chuck Liddell. Do it as Bob Kelly. You have a famous...
Dude, you have a famous gladiatorial celebration that shows the intensity in every vein and muscle throughout your body. Does it? No, dude, you know, the thing... And Bob wouldn't say, where did that derive from? Bob would speculate.
Right.
Dude, that must derive from when you were a kid. Chuck would go, no, it just happened. Nah, dude, I saw a special. When you were a kid, you would always do that.
No, I'm the guy. Hold on, Ian has his favorite part of the Poe interview. Ian.
You missed the point. And I have my favorite part, but I'll go ahead.
All right, Ian, go ahead.
Hi, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
The best part of that interview was when Poe asked Chuck, you know, where he went to school, and then started naming off all these trainers, like, you know, Mr. Hussa Wassa and Wassa Wassa.
Yes.
And then Chuck goes, no, actually it was Master Frank and Master John.
Well, I didn't hear that. Did I miss that?
Yeah. That was the best part of the
Yeah, there were a couple of names
phone.
that were like from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah.
you know.
And then it turned out to be Master Frank.
Chalawaka Hula Wana.
Hula Wala.
And it was like, no, you know, it's Bob.
Yeah. It was Ted in Ronkonkoma.
Right.
Why?
All right, Ian.
Poe was the dumbest.
Poe was a little nervous. This is a good statement here.
You get nervous.
All right.
There are so many young fighters today who are wondering how do you have this mindset that is focused and determined to take your opponent apart? Are there a lot of fighters wondering that? Are you speaking for them? And this one I love. Well, tell us where you get your psychology in combat. All right. Who instilled this unbeatable mental toughness, this psyche that you possess when you enter the octagon? See, here's the beautiful part.
Uh-huh.
He put a dash between un and beatable.
Unbeatable.
Yeah.
Not unbeatable.
It makes me want to put an ST and then a dash and a UPID.
Oh, all right. It just goes on and on.
It's just an endless litany of questions / statements / thought starters. You know, Rocky Road or chocolate mint chip.
Describe what is on your mind when you're face to face with another fighter.
Finger in the ass or ball jiggle? Cut or uncut?
Boxers or briefs, Chuck?
Gentlemen.
Dude, when you're in combat like that, dude, you gotta put your mind, like when I was in juvie hall, dude, it's just a matter of... He stole a gumball machine and went to juvie hall, that horse's ass.
Oh, what is he, a little rascal?
He acts like he did fucking time in Leavenworth. Dude, when I was... Shut up. Juvie. Oh, let me put my fist right in his sunglasses.
No, but it's really not like that.
No, it is. Dude, when we fucking talked about Travolta, nah, dude, he got that after Pulp Fiction. Well, no, actually, he did have planes before that. Dude, no, that was his comeback. I saw a special. He's been a pilot. He had them. Dude. The pontificating idiot that he is.
Oh. Are you nervous before you fight? You had 4 losses, and then he names all the people that beat him. That's smart.
Yeah.
And do you feel martial arts have evolved through the years? Oh, my God. It just goes on and on and on.
Oh, my God. The last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please read it.
No, you go ahead.
Your girlfriend, Willa Ford, is involved in a dance competition. How do you want the MMA world, if not the martial arts world, to support this cause?
Well, it's an ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
It's a hard question to answer.
Well, I'd like the entire martial arts community to get together and denounce non-dancers.
And beat them.
How do you support the... Kenny, I want to...
Is it a cause, really, the dancing show?
I'd like them to vote for her.
Thank you, Kenny.
I'm going to order something, young fella.
All right, let's go to Charlotte. Chris, what's up?
Hey, guys. I just want to let you know y'all 3 look like the biggest douchebags next to Chuck Liddell. And thank God you didn't order anything to eat or he would have left.
Yeah? What do you mean, sir? Why do we look like douchebags next to Chuck?
Sir?
I can't even talk to you, Jimmy. You make me laugh every single day.
Thank you. Now, we like Chuck.
Yeah, we had a good time with Chuck.
Chuck was a fun guy to talk to. We could have had him on for an hour and a half, and he's just an interesting guy, man.
Yeah.
He was really fun to talk to.
Definitely. All right, Chris, thank you. Chris?
Thanks.
All right, Chris.
And he's a quiet guy. Like, when you hear him talk, he's like a kind of a soft-spoken dude, and we've all seen the rage that comes out of him, or whatever the energy, if he's not angry. Ooh,
You pick up on the breathing?
Oh, my God.
No one was going to even say anything. Usually when a guest...
Like a bull.
That's exactly what he sounds like, a bull.
Yep. Usually when a guest does that, I know it's annoying to the listener, so you try to tell them, back off on the mic or something.
Oh, when Voss does it, we just hammer him.
No one's going to say anything to Chuck Liddell about his breathing.
Hey, Chuck, knock it off.
He fought with a fucking torn MMA, whatever the fuck it was, because he didn't want them to know he had a tear.
Yeah.
If I had a hangnail, I'd cancel the fight.
He can't breathe through his nose. His nose probably been broken so many times.
Broken. It's all through the mouth.
That's all about.
So that's what that's about?
Yeah. He can't breathe through his nose.
Really?
Yeah. Can't they fix that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he just breaks it next fight.
Yeah. So he'll fix that after he's done fighting.
Yeah.
I got
He has a big head, too. He's a fucking tough dude to knock out, man. Chuck has a solid head.
Everyone's a tough guy now. Talking about Chuck.
No, I'm not.
Can't breathe, big head.
I don't mean a big head. He's 6'2".
See him on the fucking street.
As Anthony sips his smoothie.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm drinking his smoothie and have nothing but praise for that gentleman.
No, I don't mean big head.
We had the biggest laugh at your expense. Look.
When I said, not Chuck, I'm a pussy.
I think it was obvious to him that we all were pussies in that room.
I said, I'm a pussy.
You had to point it out to him just in case he was wondering.
As far as Chuck was concerned, he was doing The View.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we just laughed way too hard. What's that about? You got a route?
I got a route, but it's funny because I think this is a little jab at Club Soda Kenny by Mike with the instructions. 1, walk to car. 2, start car.
Well, he didn't mention give the tag in. How are you going to get in your car?
You can't even receive your vehicle unless you give the ticket to the guy in the glass booth. What do you think? You just go up and grab your car? Walk to car, start car. You don't have the keys.
By the way, Kenny.
Yes.
You're lovely.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting ready a lot faster, so now I walked outside today, and it's pitch dark, and Kenny's car's parked, but he's not in the car. And then I see him coming in the distance with my little bag of berries.
Ew.
Like fucking Yogi Oaf. Just a picnic basket full of berries.
He's walking down the sidewalk all happy to be alive with a bag of berries for me.
Ew.
Because he had a few minutes to kill, right? Because it wasn't 4:55 yet.
No, I make sure I get there 5 minutes early to stop at the store so you're not inconvenienced.
I felt bad. You don't have to buy my berries.
No, that's what I do.
Kenny's just an organized.
He is so
sociopath.
organized. Right.
I guarantee you, he's got like hitchhiker's driver's licenses piled up in a fucking shoebox somewhere.
She was lovely. I strangled her with my shoelaces.
They call them trophies. Do they?
She was a lovely girl on her way home from school. After I put my penis in her mouth and shot her, I cut a lock of her hair off.
You could still smell her shampoo in it. Look, smell.
Sometimes I put her hair on mine and pretend my hair has bounce.
Kenny's hair should be fucking blowing by a screen in the desert. It's a fucking... I don't even want to look at him. It's a tumbleweed. The man has a tumbleweed on his head. Sorry, Kenny.
It's all right. It's clean.
It is clean.
Kenny's clean.
He uses shampoo and conditioner in one.
No, he doesn't. He fucking uses a leaf blower. He blows grit and cigarette butts out of it.
This is a nipple I bit off in anger.
I kept it in a baggie that I bought, one of those Ron Popeil baggies that seals.
Seals them fresh.
A vacuum seal.
She made me angry.
This is the only African American I ever killed. I severed her foot and yelled racial epithets. I did that because normally serial killers only kill within their own race, so I wanted to throw them off.
They'll know who he is. They'll call him the No Cursive Killer because all of his notes are in fucking stick letters.
They have all DNA evidence and they don't even know it. They think it's just twigs that were dropped at the scene, but it's his hair.
She was buried in a pile of hair.
I pose my victims also.
Of you leave them
of course you do.
I leave them in provocative poses.
But for him,
shock.
The poses aren't even sexual. It's just them with their chin resting on their fist, looking like they're actually listening and interested as opposed to bored.
Look at this prepubescent girl hitchhiking.
He'll pose all the girls naked and looking at their washes with their eye raised like they're impressed that he's there early. He's the 5-minute early killer. All their watches are set to 5 minutes before their deaths and stopped.
That's fantastic.
All right.
But then I arranged the time and date of all their funerals for the family. So they all get there on time.
Yes. She wanted to be buried on a satin feather pillow.
Who doesn't love Kenny? Come on.
I have to fetch Jimmy's food now.
Kenny just has a way of giving you news that just seems like foreboding and bad. So Kenny's been bad at giving good news. Like like the news could be, hey, look, man, are we leaving? What time are we leaving? Well, Nathaniel wants to leave a little early. But he'll make it seem like a conflict. It's like, what time are we leaving? Well, Nathaniel wants to leave early. Like a problem. There's an inherent problem no matter what he tells you.
But that's not a big deal. No, I know.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Why'd you say it like
that?
But
Nathaniel wants to leave early. He doesn't want to leave when you do.
Oh, shit.
It's all in the delivery.
God,
it's not what
almighty.
you say, it's how you say it.
He's the bedside manner of fucking of Olivier in the Marathon Man.
Yeah, I know. All right, we're going to break because we got to get ready for Chris Hansen.
Here's how that would have went. We got to break because Chris Hansen's calling in. Like he's doing something horrible.
What's the problem?
No, nothing. I'm just telling you he's calling in.
Oh.
My Kenny and Poe sound exactly alike before you instant feedback that I know it.
Continuing to follow the latest developments in the crash of Delta Flight 5191, 49 people killed. Here's a Black Hawk helicopter surveying the scene. We know the NTSB.
Yeah.
That's right. And a yam bag jet is flying over.
All right, we'll break with that. Chris Hansen on the show in maybe a few minutes here.
The virus is inside us. OAvirus.com. Assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with Black Flag. Your web page just got hijacked by Whack Bag. The gag order's gone. Time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores who dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These two obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ass coward, he don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
Opie and Anthony Show.
We got great ratings in New York.
Yes.
On 3FM in New York, we got a trend in yesterday. We did very, very, very well. Nice. So I want to thank the people that are supporting our commercial radio stations.
Yes, absolutely.
Make sure you support our commercial radio stations, and that's all I could say about that. But ratings came in yesterday, and they were very, very, very good.
That's why we're getting better guests and all that stuff. It all ties in nicely.
More gigs.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten Chuck Liddell.
More things.
For Jet Li. Jet Li was a fun interview. I mean, there's a language barrier.
A big one.
But he was great, man.
Yeah, that was fun to listen to on the replay.
Fucking Jet Li. I was very impressed with that big celebrity. We had two men that could two men that could just kick the shit out of us in a row.
Yeah. By the way, I'm obsessed with my Inno, Helix, whatever the hell mine's called.
Inno?
Is it the Inno?
Or
the Helix? It's unbelievable. They gotta market that thing better. Where's Elo?
Where is the Elo? I haven't seen him on cam or anything.
I don't know. I don't like it. He did email me, though.
You know what I do with the Inno? You know, because I like to work out and stuff, and I walk around Manhattan. So I want my tunes like anyone else when you're wandering around.
Sure.
So with the Inno, I record a channel. Mostly Ethel, but then I'll go top tracks, and then maybe Lucy, and I'll jump around a bit, maybe go chill for a while. So I'll record for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I can go to the gym, and I start searching, I search around and see what songs I want to hear from the ones I just recorded, and if I really like a song, I highlight and throw it on a playlist.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question now, because my reception in my gym is not good.
No, that's why my reception stinks. That's why I record ahead of time.
So you don't need reception to listen to it once you record it?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I record a channel for like 2 or 3 hours. And then I look and I play the songs that I need for my workout. And if I really like the song, I throw it to a special playlist.
That's nice.
And then I have that song whenever I want to hear it.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it recorded it on the hard drive of your actual unit or on a separate unit. That's great.
I don't understand why XM isn't just selling just a ridiculous amount of these things.
Yeah.
Maybe they are, I don't know. But you don't really feel the buzz in these units yet, in my opinion.
You will. Once they get the word across.
The whole FCC thing just got resolved, right?
Yeah.
Because with the iPod and stuff, that's obviously great, and they're tiny and compact like the Inno and the Helix. In all fairness, even smaller. But you got to find the music, and then you got to, download it to your iPod. I mean, this is all set for you because you're listening to the channels you really like to begin with,
and it's like
so you're going to like most of the stuff anyway.
And you can listen to this show, or you can listen to Fox News.
Yes.
You can listen to like stuff that you can't listen to on an iPod, really.
Right. You know what? I got to notice. I listened to a little bit of that Sirius satellite radio.
Oh, because you got it in the Mustang.
It's in my car until I change it over.
Well, you Howard
I got to deal with it. Howard fan, another clone. Yeah, I'm one of the 6,000 that subscribe per day, as per Howie math. But their jocks are either bad celebrity jocks on the Decades channels, or really yapping, self-important, think they're more important than the just music. Yeah. Like, you're paying to hear the music without all the yapping of a jock. Give me the fucking music. You can back sell some stuff if you want in between a liner or something like that.
Well, the place is filled with old school radio guys. That's the problem. They don't
shut up.
They can't think out of the box.
And Barry Williams and the 70s station is Barry Williams does it. Barry Williams was a friend of ours, still is. I don't know. I haven't seen him. He's working over there, so I don't think we'll be able to have him on the show. But every song that he plays, that he talks about, has to have some kind of Brady reference. All right, we get it. You were on the fucking Brady Bunch. Enough. You tune over to the 80s station, you got that Nina Blackwood that used to be on MTV.
She was killed in a movie called Vice Squad. She was beaten to death with a pimp stick. I would love to meet her.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You ain't going to hit me, are you, Ramrod?
But she just doesn't shut up. Again, she's like Carol Miller here in New York. She's like past her prime, and
she's a
won't
babbling
shut the
ass.
fuck up. And
she sounds a little bit like Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah,
she's got something going on.
She's starting to get like a shaky old voice. And the one thing I noticed more than anything else, dead spots. I drove yesterday like a maniac all over Long Island and got to see so many fucking dead spots where, now with my XM, there's a couple of places under a tunnel around a weird curve where there's a lot of trees. I'll notice it'll drop out.
I don't know what
it comes right back.
Really fast, speaking of the tunnels and stuff, I don't know what kind of... I think they get they have repeaters all over the place, right? I get my XM into the Lincoln Tunnel. Not all the way, obviously.
Yeah,
but I'm starting to look at the XM and listen to a song going, this has to cut out by now.
Yeah.
And then, it finally cuts out, but...
Yeah, they got repeaters and stuff, and serious, man, it dropped out so many times to where I thought I thought I was getting a phone call, because when the OnStar rings, you're but I don't have OnStar in the Mustang, but I'm used to it in my Escalade. When it rings, your music cuts out, and then after like 2 or 3 seconds, you hear the phone ring. And I kept expecting a phone call because the dropouts were that long on Sirius. It's just, awful.
I used to have both.
You did?
Haven't for a long time. Yeah, when we were deciding which company to go to. And it was obvious that we should go to XM. Their unit was massive, and it was like glued to my dashboard. I'm reminded of my unit. That unit they gave me.
They screwed holes into the console of my Mountaineer.
Mine was glued. It was like a huge metal plate that this thing sat on, and then the metal plate had to be glued to my dashboard. And then I had to cover it with hats and stuff so I wouldn't get broken into.
Yeah, my girlfriend had one in her Jeep, and after about a month, when she hit the gas, it just fell off of the dashboard. The little dashboards on the Jeep, it just fell off, and it was on there with tape.
Yeah.
The guy had taped it on there.
All right.
Nice installation.
Chris Hansen. Chris, hold on one second.
Oh.
Greg, California.
Hey, guys.
Make it fast. We got Chris Hansen on hold.
Okay, sorry. I bought the Eno about 3 months ago, man. It's the best thing you can ever have. I think the only reason it's not caught on so much is just the price, and then the fact that, like the iPod, you can get pictures and things like that on it and stream videos and stuff. But once they do that, it kicks ass. It's the best thing I ever bought.
And the thing is so freaking light. It's just, man, I love it. All right, Greg, thank you.
Thanks.
We could do a little more tech talk after we talk to Chris Hansen. Mr. Hansen.
Good morning, guys.
Chris Hansen, one of our favorite guys on TV. But I'm sure you hear that a lot.
Now and again.
Very popular.
How are you?
Very popular guy these days. Very good. We're doing well.
I was good until I walked into that kitchen and saw you.
I just wanted a cookie, Chris. Just a cookie.
Oh. Imagine some poor bastard thinks it's his friend's house and walks in.
How does it... It's got to be great for Chris. Like, not only are you doing your job as a journalist, and you're on TV and you're getting more and more famous, but you're getting to catch pedophiles. I mean, you have the best gig in the world.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been good. We've raised a lot of awareness. I think we've created a dialogue between parents and kids and students and teachers. And on this issue, I think it's great. In terms of a story, I mean, obviously this is very compelling television, and we try to balance this every time we do it to make it good journalism as well.
Now, that has to be hard for you because when you first started doing this, I'm sure it was pretty much based on really digging in, seeing how big of a problem this is, and really showing the public that. But what it has turned into is really this kind of voyeuristic thing on a twisted lifestyle. And it's really caught on. So have you had any reservations about how popular it's become as entertainment? And to balance that out as a news guy?
Yeah, I mean, when we first did this, a couple of years ago in Long Island, I was driving over to the house, and I'm thinking in my mind, is anybody going to show up? Did I just waste, like, thousands of dollars of NBC's money? And the next thing I knew, the cell phone rang. It was my producer, panicky because two guys were doing 45 minutes, and would I be there on time? And of course, everybody saw the rest of it. It was just a parade of potential predators.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, every time we do this, we sit down and we say, okay, our guy's still showing up. Is this still worthwhile? We believe that this is the continuation of covering a story, just like any other topic. Just because you do the story once doesn't mean the problem's over. Doesn't mean it's not worth reporting on. Even with all the attention we've gotten on this.
Yeah.
The last two investigations that we did that will air in the next couple of weeks in Northern California and Southern California, we had 28 guys show up in 3 days in Northern California, 38 guys show up in Southern California. In Southern California, we had a guy show up who surfaced in our investigation last January in Riverside, was caught and prosecuted there, shows up in this house after an online chat where he says he was in court the previous day on the old case, talks about being in trouble before, making sure that this girl isn't a cop, and shows up anyway.
Yeah.
Legally, can't you just shoot him in the kitchen?
You should be able to come out with, hi, I'm Chris Hansen with a gun.
Hey.
And just shoot him.
What is you've heard a lot of great excuses. Some have probably not aired. What is, would you say, the worst excuse you have heard from anybody in a moment of panic? Like, this is the most ridiculous thing another adult has said to you.
The worst excuse was, well, there's two. I think there's a tie. One is that I was just driving along and I got lost all of a sudden, and this looked like a friendly place to stop and get directions. The second one was a guy who said, I just came here to check out the house. It's for sale, isn't it? I said, no, it's not for sale. He said, I thought it was. I said, well, how did you find out that this house is for sale? It was, actually, a friend of mine sent me over here to check it out. I said, really? I said, what's the friend's name? He told me the name. I said, what's his number? And I pull out my cell phone, and suddenly the story changes again. So.
You always got an answer, though, Chris. It's so frightening when you come walking out of there. Do they think you're a cop?
Well, I think some of the people think that I may be with law enforcement. I think some of the people may think that I'm the angry father who's just walked in. Well, we definitely have had that response. And I think, some people realize that, it's Dateline. We're seeing now in the chats that people are asking the decoy, are you with Dateline? I mean, some guys get it mixed up and they say 60 Minutes or some other show, but they're referring obviously to us. They'll say, is this Dateline? They're doing the show, and the decoy says, well, I don't know what Dateline is. And, in spite of all that, these guys keep showing up. And even when I walk out, and there's this recognition in some cases, they stay more often than not and talk. And I think, for some of these people at least, there's this relief. It's like they know they've had an issue for some time. They know they've had to deal with it, and now they're in this house, and at least it's over, and they can get some help or do whatever they need to do.
How can you legally, because, and this is my question, because you always have to get people to sign releases. I was doing something for Comedy Central recently, Man on the Street, and we had to get people to sign releases or we couldn't use it. How do you get around that? Because I'm sure none of these guys are signing releases.
Right. We get around it because it's a news program.
Okay.
So we're covering a news story by doing it. If we were doing an entertainment show like, Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO or something like that, you would have to get a release.
Okay, but for news, you don't need it.
Exactly.
Now, Chris, why do you think the extreme popularity of this? What is it about this story and this subject that makes people want to tune in week after week and just keep watching these things happen?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I think one, it's something that a lot of folks are concerned about. Two, it's amazing to people how guys who look like, everyday, workaday guys, clean cut. They don't have the word predator tattooed to their forehead. Will get involved in this conversation. A conversation that sometimes involves a grooming process over several weeks, and show up at this house. These are guys who, have been teachers, doctors. We had a Homeland Security federal agent.
Remember him.
It's not just Aqualung walking in here.
But,
these are guys who you stand next to in line at the grocery store.
Do you see some type of almost candid camera popularity with the program? Like, all right, here it is. As a viewer, you almost are brought into it as a candid camera type thing where here he is, he doesn't know what's going to happen, we all know, and you're waiting for the payoff. And to me, that does seem a bit more like an entertainment program than a news program.
Well, I think there's an element of that. I mean, obviously people like being taken in places where they can't go on their own. And this, the dynamics of this are exactly that. I mean, they're looking into a conversation that there is not supposed to be taking place. It could be taking place with their kid, and so they want to know about it. And then all of a sudden, this guy is showing up. They know that he's going to walk around and talk and have the chat with the decoy. And then I'm going to come out and confront him, and then obviously he's going to be arrested, and he'll go through the criminal justice system after that. So yeah. I mean, clearly there's that element of being taken someplace where people normally wouldn't be able to go, and each guy, is different. I mean, it's not like we get the same response over and over again, and it changes. It changes with each investigation we do. I mean, we had a situation in Long Beach recently where I walk out, the guy figured it out pretty quickly what was going on, and we had this real intense, dramatic conversation about his problem, what led him there, what he was going to do, what he was going to do in the future, and it was almost like he wouldn't leave because he knew
what was waiting,
what was going to happen next. And
why are they so open to tell you so much that can probably, and I want to ask you that also, can probably get them in trouble later in court? I mean, can your show be used as evidence in court, and why do they open up so much, do you think, personally?
Well, I think personally because, I am genuinely interested in what brought them there. I'm not there to beat them up or to be the police or to be the moral arbiter.
You are a bit condescending toward them, I gotta say.
I think,
and it has to be.
And you should be.
And look, I personally, you look at some of these people, and I'm surprised you don't have the camera guy just lob the camera at their heads. But it must be rough to sit in front of some of these animals and have to be civil.
Well, my job is not to dish out punishment. My job is to gather information, and so I try to balance that. And each situation is different. Now, clearly, I have a pretty good idea of who's coming in. I've read the chat log.
Oh yes, you have, and you read it right back to them.
Right, exactly. So, so I know what they've said, and they often don't know that I know. So it starts with a lie, and I can let them tell the story for a while, and I can say, well, wait a minute here, I've got the chat, so how do you square that with what you've said right here?
And is it used in court?
The chat log, the way it's set up.
I mean the program itself, actually, him walking into the house. Is any of that used in court?
Typically what happens is the finished product that airs is what's used in court. But the way it's set up is, the first couple investigations we did not involve law enforcement. And what we ultimately did was we set up a situation where the computer online watchdog group Perverted Justice, it acts as a consultant to us, and they have the decoys who do the chats. They provide us the chat logs. Separately, they provide the chat logs to law enforcement agency, which conducts a parallel investigation, has its own setup, does not go into the house, has a house next door or a motorhome or something, and we do our thing. Perverted Justice provides us with information. It provides the law enforcement with information so that when we're done, law enforcement can step in and they'll do their own questioning of the person and take it from there.
And you'll never actually, you'll never actually know how many people you've deterred, but I guarantee you the public humiliation of being called out like that with your family, your friends, your coworkers. I guarantee you that has deterred more people than you'll ever know. You'll never know.
Probably get the borderline
who was going to do it and didn't.
Yeah.
Right, I think so. I think it's head deterrence, but at the same time, I mean, we keep seeing guys show up.
Any
in record numbers?
Any guys show up in Opie and Anthony T-shirts?
Not yet.
Okay,
I'll keep you posted though.
Thank God.
How many of these is this just limitless? Is it never ending? How many of these you got planned?
Well, we're going to do is we're on this coming Friday and the 4 Fridays after that between the rest of Georgia and the Northern California, Southern California investigation, and then we'll stop and take a look at it again. I mean, I've got a lot of other different stories I'm working on. We've been able to kind of take this enterprising sting type investigative model, if you will, and apply it to a lot of other topics. We did counterfeit medicine in China, where we went over there and posed as businessmen trying to import counterfeit medicine, and that was pretty eye opening. And so we're looking to apply this to a lot of different areas, but we'll continue to keep an eye on this. I mean, this is a story that's not going away anytime soon.
You guys are like Jeopardy in a way. Like they travel to different locations. Like tune in next week when Dateline hits Hawaii. You should come out like wearing like something from each state. Like if you're in New Orleans, you have beads, or if you're in Hawaii, you have the really wacky shirt. But I think it's just great. You guys, I mean, entertainment, voyeuristic, yeah, but you know what? You're catching pedophiles.
Well, I think at the end of the day, we're doing some good, and as I said before, we've created a situation where people are paying attention. I think 2 or 3 years ago, if a school district had an internet safety awareness night, you'd get a dozen or half a dozen folks, and they'd be the most dedicated PTA, members. I think today, a lot of these meetings, we're told at least, are, standing room only, and people are talking about it.
Do you find it odd ethically that, I mean, you've always heard to report the story and not become part of it, that you've become part of the story, and between just catching these people and the video and audio being used in the court, that you've actually become part of the story?
Well, I mean, is it something I pay attention to? Yes, of course. Is it something that where I think I've crossed the line? No. I think at the end of the day, this is the very same, technology and the very same investigative methods that we used in India to expose, child slave labor in the silk business, in clothing that ends up on Fifth Avenue, or in Cambodia to expose sex tourism and kids as young as 5, 6 years old being caught up in that whole thing. Or the working conditions in Bangladesh for clothes that end up in major department stores. I mean, we just turned this to the subject of computer predators, and did it get a lot of attention? Sure.
You guys ever get a good laugh? I know it's a serious subject. We all know that, but
it's a very serious subject, and
but I mean, you're. But you're sorry, go ahead, Chris.
But it's very intense, and everybody's harsh in their throat when we get one of these things started. But undeniably there are humorous moments.
Well,
you just can't deny that.
Yeah, because you're a human being. I mean,
right.
After the tape stops rolling, you guys have to be roaring every once in a while.
Well, it's more like disbelief. I mean, for instance, we had this guy in Florida show up, to meet a 14-year-old boy. This guy who brought along his 5-year-old son.
Right.
I mean, there was just an audible gasp in the house.
Yeah.
And when he left, and these guys I work with, I mean, we have probably 20-some people in this house, producers, associate producers, all the hidden camera guys, all the stuff. And these guys have traveled around the world with me and seen it all and done it all. And some of these guys were actually in tears. So it does. It swings both ways. I mean, it's just some sad moments and certainly some humorous ones.
Yeah, whatever happened to that guy? A lot of people are asking.
He's being prosecuted in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He's being investigated by Child Welfare Services, and he's pleaded not guilty, and his case is continuing through the legal system.
And he pleaded not guilty. And then, forever, tear that's shed, you get to laugh at big, muscular, crying guy.
Yeah.
Who just, the guy that's like, oh boy, oh no, he's crying. Oh, Jesus.
Anymore, yeah.
Any of these guys go after you physically?
In the case outside of Washington, D.C., the rabbi who was recently convicted made kind of a physical move towards me, but I don't think I was in danger, and it was suggested once that by one guy in California he was going to shove the camera someplace, and I suggested that probably wasn't the best idea he's ever had.
Yeah, it's probably good to go after people that kind of want to keep themselves on the QT a little bit, so they're not out there going, hey, I got a death threat against Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you, sir? And can we see your computer hard drive, please?
Right, exactly. Most of the time, we've had a couple cases where people talked about, how they carry guns or one thing or another, and we always kind of err, if we are going to err, on the side of caution there. And when that's happened, we'll just let the police do their thing.
Hey, I want to get Peter on the line here from Massachusetts. Peter, you're on with Chris Hansen.
Good morning. Chris, I just want to let you know, your show came on at a time when we have a daughter who's 13, and she was struggling with MySpace, and we were struggling with her about it. And we sat down together and watched your show, and it really opened her eyes as well as our eyes as to what really goes on out there. And I wanted to say thank you for what you do.
Well, I appreciate it. As I was saying before, it's always kind of a struggle for us to balance, what's okay for kids to see, even when their parents are there, to put it in perspective with, showing, the graphic nature of what goes on, in some of these chat rooms. So, we work pretty hard to not go overboard and offend people, but to get people's attention at the same time.
Yeah, because I think what she actually saw it and what these people were saying and the chats that you were describing, I remember what she said. It's like, this is gross. I had no idea. This is gross. I don't want to go on there anymore.
Right.
So
right.
It was great.
Cool. All right, Peter.
Nothing better than hearing Chris say something to the people that come in. You say you're here to have some fun and maybe just talk, but you're here for sex. The way you say, you came here for sex, has us roaring on a weekly basis, by the way, Chris.
It's a pretty good imitation.
It's wonderful, because I've done it 1,000 times. I've used it in the bedroom with my girlfriend. Hi, honey, I'm here for sex.
Hi, Chris, this is Frank. I have a question for you. Is it, are they arresting people just for having saucy conversations?
No, they've got to actually, get involved in a conversation, and then the solicitation has to occur, and then they actually, in most cases, have to actually travel and show up before the law.
It's amazing how technology is always used for bad as well as good.
Good point, Frank.
Well, it is. The experts tell us that the access and the anonymity that the internet provides, fuels some of this activity for some of these men.
Yeah. Well, you guys are doing a bang-up job, man. Both
excellent, man. Really great.
Just doing a good job getting these guys, and it is very entertaining to watch. That might seem odd to you as a news guy, but I'm sure that's part of what you want. You want people watching. It is very entertaining to watch.
You ever get women going after the little boys?
We've not seen that. And
have you tried, though, just for a little twist on the show?
Well, I think there are decoys who are both boys and girls out there in these chat rooms, acting as boys or girls. In two instances, we had somebody we were communicating with who identified themselves as a woman, but never showed up, and we really never confirmed that, in fact, it was a woman. What the experts say is that when it comes to female predators, you're more likely to see the teacher-student situation.
Absolutely, or more of a relationship, maybe.
Well, something that's more intimate, or where they know the so-called victim, and that when it comes to this anonymous type situation, that it's more of a male-dominated crime.
How much would you love to see Chris Hansen walk out and go, I'm not the gym teacher. I'm here because I know you're here for sex. And the woman walks out. But it seems like the woman, what's her name? God, how could I forget her name?
Deborah.
Marla Maples.
Deborah
LaFave. What do you think about that? Walking away, getting all the interview shows, obviously a beautiful woman. But what she did, in essence, was the exact same thing that these guys are doing, and she walked, and she's getting attention. She's on a lot of these TV shows, and people really aren't disgusted with her.
Well, it's a unique situation. I think it was reflected, when Matt Lauer did his exclusive interview with her.
Yeah, the Queen of England isn't interviewed in such a lovely, gentle setting as he talked to her.
Well, but he posed the tough questions. He got to the bottom of it with her. But I think society views it differently. Should it be viewed differently? no.
Definitely does, though. Yeah.
But, even in these cases that we've seen, we've seen a wide range in sentencing. There was a guy who was caught in Ohio who pleaded guilty right away and got, 67 days in time served.
Oh, that's interesting. The sentencing. How different is it between it? And what distinguishes the differences in the sentencing? Because it is the same thing they're doing. Is it wealth? Is it their looks? Is it?
I don't think it's their wealth or looks. Obviously, if you're wealthy, you can get yourself a better defense attorney, and that provides you, in some cases, better defense. But it has to do with the differences in sentencing guidelines state to state, whether or not these cases are prosecuted federally. The rabbi, for instance, outside of Washington, D.C., was just recently convicted in a bench trial by a federal judge in Virginia. He now faces a mandatory minimum 5 years and could go 30.
Because sometimes you see a guy walk in and you go, wow, that could be, the businessman that's working in the cubicle next to you or something like that. But then there's the guy that walks in and you go, uh-oh, creepy pedophile guy.
We've had those guys obviously come in and you can sense, wow, But the other interesting thing, I think, is that in the vast majority of these cases, these are not guys who are registered sex offenders. These are not guys who have been convicted of crimes like this before. We get a handful, and we've had a couple, serious ones. But for the vast majority of times, these guys don't have criminal backgrounds.
Anyone show up and they really were there for something else? like all of a sudden the pizza guy's there or something?
I'm here to fix the plumbing, for God's sake.
I got a call that you had leaky pipes. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
We had a situation in Georgia where 2 women showed up at this house. And we didn't have any conversation with any women that we were aware of, and so we weren't quite sure what's going on, and so everybody got in a position, and they're kind of roaming around the property, and it was kind of, a rural property, and we couldn't figure out what was going on, and so they knocked on the door, and, we waited to see what they would say or do, and they never really came in the house, and suddenly they were leaving, and the police stopped them, and it turned out it was the owner of the house's daughter who had come by with a friend looking for some of her property.
Sure.
And so obviously that had nothing to do with our investigation,
Yeah. What do you think of the imitators? There's a few out there now that I guess they saw the popularity and they seem to sensationalize it a little bit more.
I haven't seen them. I know, I guess one of the other networks has one where they follow the police doing stings like this. And, everybody, has the opportunity to do what they want to do. I've just not seen them.
All right. I guess that's about it.
Thank you very much.
What's the big plug there, Chris?
The big plug is that we continue Friday night at 9.
Okay.
Gonna watch. Thanks, Chris.
All right, guys. Thanks
Great
for
job,
having me
man.
on. I appreciate it.
Keep it up, man.
All right.
Yeah, right on. Chris Hansen, everyone.
There goes Chris Hansen.
That was interesting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. Gives you a little insight on the whole show. The show's very popular. So
yeah, like that's a good interview because he knows how to talk. He's not gonna,
Yeah.
Some guys you talk to like,
He even answered Frank the Frowner's question as if it was anybody else.
I think Frank had a couple of legitimate questions.
Yes, there are the bad things that happen to good people.
I wanted to know if I could be arrested for having a salty conversation.
No, it has to be done in a fashion that...
He answered Frank the Frowner as if it was a regular guy.
I was talking to a gal one time, and we were having a conversation that was peppered with salty language. It was peppered with salty language.
Oh, God damn.
All right, we should take a break. Yeah. Well, we got the latest one. We can even check out some audio.
Let's check out some audio, man.
All right, we can do that.
I don't want to wear myself thin today, but do you know that I was molested when I was a child?
Oh, that's a shame.
I was lured into a van. A man told me, hello, I'm Dr. Smile Fixer.
So, of course, you're going to go.
Come into my van, and you'll be a smiling boy in no time.
Very cruel of him.
I was not a smiling boy.
I'm picking on your
I was crying with stitches in my backside.
All right.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to push a 35-year-old man off your back.
God damn it. Go to break. That's the line of the day, motherfucker.
There's a virus spreading in our area. Will it affect you? Find out on the next Opie and Anthony show.
The virus made my genitals rot off.
I don't really have the virus yet. I'm kind of itchy and stuff, but I don't really have the virus.
That virus you're always talking about.
El virus de Opie and Anthony.
On phone?
All right.
Oh, cool. Blowfly calling in tomorrow. Very nice.
Blowfly?
Motherfucking Blowfly.
Thank you to not use that kind of language. I heard you ask for a blowfly from an underage girl. Is that some type of slash?
I'm going to dedicate this to all my freaking friends out there who love heads and shit. Woo! I know there's a whole bunch of them out there love heads. To the reds say you might well be dead if you refuse some heads. So listen. Child, I've been digging you. And you sure is one fine girl. But that's something I like to do to you. More than anything else in this world. Girl, let me come in your mouth. Let me see it run down all over your face. Please let me come in your mouth. Believe me, it's no disgrace. Just go down on it. Girl, that's all you gotta do. But before you're finished and the feeling diminished, I'm gonna do the same to you. Believe me. Oh, yeah. That's all you gotta do, bitch. Just put your ass in my hand, and you'll make me one happy man. Baby, I'll go from titty to titty, and get down to the real nitty gritty. Treat you like a buttercup.
Is XM70 playing this? I think they play this, right?
How great is this?
Just let me
Good
come
stuff.
in your mouth. Let me see it run out over your face. Please let me come in your mouth. Believe me, it's no disgrace.
I bet Earl would like this.
Girl, you
Like this
told
kind of
me
music.
girl. Like
Or the guy.
Earl, let me come in your mouth.
Yeah.
And while you're sliding, my hands will be guiding your head to the crack of my ass.
A little taste.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
I think we'll let the piano take a solo.
I have to have that CD.
That's a good one.
Little blowfly action.
Motherfucking Blowfly.
Piano player.
We're going to be talking to him at some point?
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Yep.
That's great. How old is
My rap was
Blowfly?
dirty and my line was mean, and now it's time for
Pretty old.
Blowfly's theme with a booter looter 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 rap dirty. Well, the hell I got the message, it ain't my fault that I decide that you had enough of my talk. Gonna let the band groove on you for a while, child.
All right, very good.
Girl, let me come in your mouth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Catchy little song.
Shit.
You might have played the hit there.
Yeah. Well, there's other ones. Panty Lines, Prick Rider, Nobody's Butt But Yours, Baby.
Baby.
Want to hear that? Let's try that.
Bam, bam.
From out of the past, from a great piece of ass. Sure you motherfuckers out there remember 1969? That's most of y'all number, don't you? Listen. I'm sticking this tongue. And nobody cunt but yours, baby.
Yeah.
you go. So we're gonna talk to him tomorrow, huh? Want to hear one more? I wanna fuck your dog.
Please, can we hear that?
Yeah. Little taste of this as well. Blowfly, everyone. Blowfly.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, I like him, though. He mixes it up.
Oh, yeah, there's a little punk action from Blowfly. We'll talk to him tomorrow. There you go. All right. We're getting requests for the
what?
Well, I don't want to say it just in case people haven't heard it yet.
Oh, good.
Somebody wants to hear this again. So, MSNBC, they screwed up when they were speaking.
Continuing to follow the latest developments in the crash of Delta Flight 5191, 49 people killed. Here's a Black Hawk helicopter surveying the scene. We know the NTSB.
Blowfly, yeah.
There you go. Someone wanted to hear that again. And then when the Mets clinched last night, they dropped the F-bomb on TV.
Been doing that a lot lately.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Just add it to our vocabulary officially, will you?
Bothers anybody?
Everybody says it.
All the kids use it.
Is this what you thought it would be all those years when you were toiling in L.A. and then in Florida trying to get that moment?
No, not really. You know, it's just, you don't really expect it till you see it, and it's unbelievable. I mean, a lot of guys deserve it, and I'm telling you right now, I'm freaking loving it. I'm telling you.
All right, Paul, go.
All right, oh boy. All right. I'm fucking friggin' loving it.
Yeah. We were watching the footage before the show today.
Right.
And one of the local sports anchors, a chick, was in the dressing room. Locker room.
The locker room.
And she had a rain slicker on.
She had her slicker on.
So she wouldn't get champagne all over herself.
Champagne or cum. I don't know what those jocks are doing once those broads come in the locker room.
Did Big Kev do interviews?
Yes, sir.
The disc got messed up. I'm gonna have to reburn it.
Oh no!
We were looking forward to them today.
You're a liar.
Who did you get?
No, we are.
No, we really were.
I don't know who
Jim
you
and I were talking about in the bathroom.
Maybe you were Jim, and maybe you were.
Who did
Anthony,
you get?
Oh, I get. I'm the one. Fuck you.
Wait, you don't think
Jesus Christ.
you don't think Opie was?
I get it.
No.
Why?
I just don't think he was.
Because they stink, if you really need to know. If you want to start this, we'll start this.
I know that what they are.
We play him to goof on you.
I know why they get played.
Oh, Jimmy would enjoy and Anthony would enjoy, but not you. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's a little joke.
Well, it's hilarious.
Jeez.
What's wrong with the thing? Wait a minute now. Let's get to the bottom of this.
It's a little joke.
A little uncomfortable. Thank God.
It always does that when I joke.
Thank God someone's calling me. I could step out of this situation.
Wait a minute now. What happened with the disc?
Hello.
You're not going to single me out, ass. No. These guys don't like him either. We all play him to goof on him.
It was just a little joke.
Well, it's not funny. How's that?
Don't you hate this? Don't you hate this shit?
You can use your comp room offer over and over every single week.
What is that for?
It's for Trump Marina.
There you go.
I don't want your fucking commercials on my phone, Trump.
I would just tell people.
Hey, here's the number.
What was it? Shit. I hope the pests heard that.
I don't want fucking commercials on my phone. I don't pay my fucking bill to get commercials on my phone.
I don't get commercials on mine.
I get commercials.
Well, how's that
Hi.
happen?
You answer it. You're like, hello? Hi. I'm calling from the Trump Marina, and we have a special... How do you stop that? Oh, stop it!
There.
But did you sign up for something down there?
No, I signed up for nothing. I signed up to lose a lot of money at the marina. The Indians know how to give away that money. That's great. Go up to Foxwoods next time.
We interrupt this program. The Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Wendy, what's going on?
I did. Oh,
Hi.
damn it.
Hi.
Say it.
I was at the Family Values tour on Sunday at Nissan Pavilion, and walking to the bathroom, there was this little teeny tiny midget. She could have only been maybe 3.5 feet tall. It was hilarious.
Where was it?
At the Family Values tour.
Oh.
At Nissan Pavilion.
Corn.
Yeah.
What was she wearing?
Midget in that crowd. She just had jeans and a T-shirt on, but she was as round as could be.
Big fat little midget?
Yes.
You think you'd be in like the optimum shape you could possibly be in if you're a midget?
Maybe that is. Maybe midget DNA doesn't work the same. The more you lift, the more your stomach juts out. If God didn't destroy you enough. The more push-ups you do, the bigger your head gets. Poor little fella just trying to work out, and he's wrecking everything.
Oh, was she trying to make the heavy metal pinky finger with those hands that just could not possibly do that?
Yeah.
The devil horns? She's trying to make the devil horns?
It looked like a muffin with 2 peanuts sticking out of it. Her little fucking rotten fingers. 2 fat, fleshy peanuts sticking out of a flesh muffin. Party! Party! Why don't you fucking party in a car with a hose attached to the fucking exhaust pipe? Why don't you jump up and down the seat and bang your little head on the roof?
Anything else you could tell us about this midget sighting, Wendy?
No, it was hilarious, and I was just laughing my ass off. And
Was she dancing or moshing or anything?
No, she was making her way to the bathroom.
Oh,
what would she be dancing to? She was probably hoping Corn would sing "It's a Small World," so she could. Here's how midgets dance: they clap their little muffin hands and run in a circle. That's a midget dance. Sing it! They just clap and make a noise and run in circles.
Were her feet sticking straight out from the toilet when she was sitting down?
I didn't go in after her.
You think it's open? Somebody locked the door from the outside.
Hey, someone's in here.
Oh,
knock it off.
What the hell? I don't see any feet. And then they bang on the door.
Little legs straight out. Duty fucking just dropping straight in. They hop off. Their asshole scrapes the side of the bowl. That's why there's always a shit stain in the toilet, because one of those fucking twerps jumps off and rubs their rotten midget crack on it before they wipe it. I have to go to the bathroom. Hey, someone's in here. Well, are you?
And anyone fucking knock anymore?
They shouldn't even let midgets use stalls. You should be forced to sit on a garbage can under the sink and do your business.
Use a cat box.
Yeah, a little cat box.
Put a cat box out for the midget in your house.
You should be forced to get into a cat box and do your business.
All right, Wendy.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Steve in Texas, what's up?
Maybe he could help me out with this.
Yeah, Steve.
Stupid
Hey,
phones.
there's that national no-call list that came out a few years ago. There's one for cell phones, too. I got the email. I can send you the link if you want.
There is. Would you do that, Steve? Put Steve on hold and get the link from him. I'm disgusted. I don't want any more of those stupid calls.
You get a lot of them?
Yeah. And like Saturday night or Sunday night when I'm trying to get to sleep, phone will ring. I'm like, what's this, New Jersey or something? And you pick it up and you won't hear anything until you say hello. It's voice activated. Hello? Hello. This is American Express. And that's the thing that you can't get put on the no-call list because sometimes Amex calls you and it won't get put through. And so I can't even go on that. So go fuck yourself, Steve. Thank you anyway.
John in Detroit. John, are we on 97.1 Free FM in Detroit today?
I have no idea. I only listen to XM, but
tune it in for a minute.
How about tomorrow you put your radio on and then listen to the program?
We need you guys to support the commercial radio stations.
Even if you're an XM subscriber.
You're a subscriber, that's fine. Look, watch. Fuck, shit, asshole. Yeah. We can say it all.
Pussy, clit, toes.
At least pay attention to what they're doing. All right, John.
Opie, I want to tell you, you are the funniest man on the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
I absolutely love you. And I bought my Cleveland tickets yesterday.
Jimmy.
The Jimmy Norton special $10 Cleveland ticket.
Compliment.
I know. I fished the phones all day long to get one lousy compliment, and Jimmy just swipes that one
And the
up,
way
too.
Jimmy said it, most people would think he said, Jimmy, you're the funniest guys on the show.
So you can repeat what you just said. I'm sorry.
Just my shallow ego looking for one lousy compliment, and Jimmy takes it from me.
I didn't know what he said. I didn't hear him.
Oh,
What'd you say, dude?
Go ahead, John.
Dude.
I want to say...
What were you saying? He's always saying Frank.
All right, thanks, John. We'll see you in Cleveland, all right? Someone do the thing for us. Is Detroit close to Cleveland? Can we get some people from Detroit at the Cleveland show? 4-hour ride?
Need a map.
I'm happy we're on in Detroit.
Course.
It's nice to.
It's not that far.
Yeah. All right. Dale in Wisconsin. Dale, we were supposed to do the Predator thing, no?
I was over a hill, and then I was over you. I don't know why.
Hey, boys.
Hello, Dale.
Hello, Dale.
Yeah, I just want to ask how the marketing's going in Chicago, because I see tons of Whoopi Goldberg's ugly face billboards all over town, and I haven't seen any of the boys yet. So.
Yeah, we need some billboards in
Apparently,
Chicago.
she'll do better than we are.
Yeah, we
I
definitely.
hope not. I love you guys.
We definitely need some marketing in Chicago. Let's go to Mike in Arizona. Mike, what's up?
Hey, how are you, OA, sweet tits?
Hey.
It's only 170 miles from Detroit to Cleveland.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
When are you guys coming out here? You guys are killing me. I'm listening to Adam Carolla this morning.
That guy's good.
Yeah, he's great. Until I get in my car, I got satellite, and I'm listening, and they've got the cricket chirp for the dead air, and they've got the car crash now. And was just wondering if you guys were sharing producers.
When's he using the car crash?
He's using the car crash when somebody screws up.
Yeah, that seems to be unique to our show. I never really heard that before.
We specifically asked him if we could use that.
Shut up, Jimmy.
I heard
Good times.
All right.
I heard it for the first time this morning.
All right. I don't know what to tell you on that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, you coming out here?
Where do you live?
Phoenix.
No. Yes, I will. We're on in Tucson, actually.
Are you really? When?
In the morning?
Oh, no. I meant
in the
you coming
afternoon.
to Tempe to do your show.
I don't know. They won't put me in Tempe at the Improv.
All right, boys.
All right.
Enough.
Bye.
Away.
Bye. The cricket thing, no one could take credit for it.
Yes, we can.
That's a goddamn thing I remember from Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Oh.
Remember that? When Daffy and Bugs were having their big kind of a duel on stage, who could do the best act? And Daffy did that tap dance that started going so fast. It was fantastic. And he slides to the front of the stage.
I do
and
remember
he's going with his arms spread apart.
Waiting for the reaction of the crowd. Yeah.
And you just hear crickets.
I so remember that.
Best use of crickets ever. Right there.
Flavor of Love's using the car crash, too. Yes, Jim?
We need better sounds. Like, we need...
That's
what happens. How about exactly? Every time you make a mistake, instead of a car crash, you hear fungus.
He does it so well.
Yeah, it's my essence. And how about instead of crickets, every time the joke bombs, you hear blurka, 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 blurka. No one will use those.
But they're going to be ringtones.
This is what Flavor of Love did.
All right.
Car crash.
Now, here me and Boots is out here in the pool. He's feeling real good. Boots is looking great in her bikini, G. Oh, my God. Ass is booming. Is ready to float on top of the water like life rafts. I can see me and you chilling watching the sun go down. Nice little private beach. She lets the sun go down. I start making love to you. Could you see yourself making love to me?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I'm married.
Boys, drop the bomb on your boy.
The car crash.
That's the exact car crash.
A little shorter.
We never heard the car crash before we were doing it.
Oh,
it's a little strange.
Come on now.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm in a tiff.
We have one more story before we get out of here. Brian in Wisconsin, what's up?
Dude, it's 10 to 11 already.
I know.
Time flies.
Oh, I know.
What happened?
Brian?
Hey, man, I was just, you guys were talking about Chicago, and dude was saying how there's no support down there. I was down seeing little Jimmy Norton right before you guys went to Free FM. And
boring.
he was playing those gigs in Chicago, and, man, the place was fucking sold out, lying all the way down the street. So, I mean, the support's there.
See?
Well, we needed that was at the small Chicago club in downtown Chicago. We need the we'll get CBS to do it. I mean, we need to support the billboards so people know that we're on there.
Yeah,
there's a certain. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's your show.
No, thank you. A lot of people are aware of this show as name recognition. So if they have some Opie and Anthony billboards, people might go, those are the guys that, that have done some awful shit, and just know to tune into it.
Yep, and they can come down and see you the end of November into December.
Yeah, we'll be there.
At Zany's again.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, peace.
Thank you. We got Brian. He's seeing the O&A commercial in Chicago all the time. Thank you, Brian. Todd in Canada saw a billboard in Chicago yesterday. What was that about,
Good.
Todd?
Interstate 294, the northbound side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Wait, is that past the Exxon or no?
What's that?
Is that near the Exxon?
No. That's the other
near,
one,
near Interstate
Jimmy.
80.
Yeah.
Right, no, but I mean...
the one by 80.
But the one you're talking about, that's not far past the Hardys.
Dude,
Shut up!
Fucking with me now.
All right,
Jimmy's not on it, though.
What was on the billboard?
Just Hope and Answer on there. Jimmy's not on it.
Doesn't matter, sir. As long as people understand that the show is coming on, that's all that matters. Show recognition. They'll learn who I am. They'll understand that Jim and Frank are not the same person.
It matters. Alan, the trucker, what's up?
Hey, man, I have to compliment Jimmy on his line of the day. He had me howling. I almost wrecked when he said, what is it? It takes more muscles to frown than it does to push a 35-year-old man off your back.
That's going to be tough to beat, but we're waiting for the boys to vote on line of the day.
He had another one earlier in the show. Jimmy,
I think that one was better.
I don't recall it.
I have a better line already.
Yeah?
Oh, jeez.
If I eat too many almonds, I'll shit like a jigaboo.
They have to be a natural conversation. You can't just blurt out crazy lines of the day.
I have funny lines.
You can't do that. You're going to wreck the whole bit.
No.
You're wrecking all our bits.
He did it in a wacky voice.
I'll do my own voice, something else.
All right.
We got
a wacky voice is fine.
We got a story about a video game. You hear about this? The Bush video game?
Yeah, they've been showing it on TV all day. It looks great.
Is it another hacky video game, though?
It looks so bad.
Yeah. Maybe I should close this first.
It's all right.
They don't play when they're opened.
It's a free video game available on radical Muslim websites. To win, you have to kill President Bush. This new video game goes under several names, like Quest for Bush and The Night of Bush Capturing. It appears on radical Muslim websites and invites players to virtually assassinate President Bush.
I looked at the website, and I think that all of these websites are really objectionable. And I certainly don't ascribe to this kind of thinking, and I know that majority of American Muslims would not support something like this.
Quest for Bush appears in English, French, and Arabic, with militant jihadist songs playing in the background.
We need to delink terrorism, the word terrorism, from Islam, because Islam is a religion that 1.2 billion people in the world practice.
Shut up.
And majority of us are just people who are practicing the faith.
You're not
game,
good at it yet unless you're killing
with
people.
Names like Jihad Beginning, Americans Hell, and Bush Hunted Like a Rat.
Now, the World Wide Web now allows us to vent our frustration and our anger in all kinds of ways. So I think that we have to be a little alarmed and make sure that this does not get promoted worldwide.
The Secret Service says they're taking a look at the website, but under current U.S. law, there's very little they can do to stop it.
Of course. It's the dumbest thing. It looks like an old version of Doom. It's horrible. It's bad graphics. And, believe me, I am the last person to support any of this bullshit. But you ever see some of the video games you could buy in our stores and not free downloads? I mean, I was playing one where I took an A-10 Warthog and pretty much laid waste to Iraq all by myself. It's great. You blow up everything. So it's like if these guys want to put out a stupid free video game you could download off a website you'll never find anyway. Where are these extremist jihad websites? I want to go there. I want to see what they're using.
MySpace.com, Jim Norton.
Is that what it is?
You can get
I thought
all
it was
the games.
eatabullet.com.
They're just bringing attention to these games by talking about them. No one would have known about
No one would know. Who the hell would know about that one? Owned.
Why,
Noob.
There's so much violence in video games. I've created a new video game.
Oh, you did.
That's going to be fun for the kids.
Yeah.
Stop.
And won't have any violence in it. It's called Color Shirts.
Oh.
And the goal is that you have a whole bunch of people, and all the people who are wearing blue shirts, you have to somehow hustle them behind a partition, and they have to change into red and yellow shirts. And then by the end of the game, whoever has the most yellow or red or blue shirts wins, and even the losers get the same prize as the winners. Everyone gets cookies.
It's a wonderful game.
Hey, Kevin in Louisiana, what's up?
Hold on, I didn't tell you the twist.
No, Kevin.
They don't have shoes on.
Hey, you know what?
Shut
Jimmy,
up.
You need to be nice lately, man. You've been an asshole lately. I want to know what the fuck's wrong with you lately.
Hold on. I'm explaining the twist in my video game because the blue and the red and the yellow shirts.
You need to stop being an asshole.
I can't hear you, sir.
He can get.
Sir, you're not. It's hard to hear you.
Jimmy's been very nice lately. Extremely nice.
The different colored shirts. What happens is that the players, they don't have feet. They each walk with their stumps inside of aborted fetuses. And they make squishy sounds when they walk and they change
Swaggy,
to a
help
blue
us out.
shirt or a red shirt.
Now that game.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Swaggy?
I want to play what I learned today.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Anthony lost his virginity by a kerosene lamp.
Did you?
He did. Might want to invest in sinus surgery.
No, there was electricity then in that place.
Ah, my bad.
Alrighty. Different place. We moved every year, believe me.
Let's go to Indy Mike.
Anthony lost his virginity to a Civil War chess piece.
Indy Mike.
Yes, sir. What did I learn today?
Bishop.
I learned that Howie did not invent time travel.
Yeah, that was a good discussion there earlier.
Oh, yes.
On the old time travel thing.
Can't wait to have it again when I pop back in time.
Good luck with the commute home today, by the way. Good luck.
I got a route that was given to me by police officers, so I know which way to go.
Call me at noon. I know you. I know you're not getting home before noon. Just a hole from West Virginia. What's
Can I
up?
get an escort, police escort?
Well, I just wanted to say
could.
that it doesn't quest for Bush mean something totally different to American men.
You mean like a pussy?
No, landscaping.
That was a good one.
Sorry, I thought it was funny.
Did you?
Marty in Indiana, yes.
Hey, I learned today that Chuck Liddell is one bad motherfucker.
Someone suggested, could you imagine Dateline? And instead of meeting Chris Hansen from the back room, it's Chuck.
Chuck comes out and just like... You get a choice.
Yeah.
You could either go outside and meet the police, or you can take the back way out, but it's through Chuck Liddell.
Wow.
They're going to have to spice the show up after a while and give him like a challenge.
You would have to take the Chuck option.
You got to take the Chuck option.
You would have to take the Chuck...
but there's no tapping out. Like, what is he? He beats you until you're unconscious, and then
they drag you off to jail.
Anyway?
Where you get butt raped.
I thought you were able to get away. The trick is no one gets away.
You have to get past him.
Oh, I see. If you get past him, and what is he, in a doorway?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't get like past him by doing some kind of weird football roll move.
Or you just take him on in the kitchen.
So if you kick Chuck Liddell's ass, you're able to leave?
Yeah.
Jesus. Or you can just walk out into cuffs.
Would you take that chance?
How many
you would
people?
have to take that
You'd
chance.
have to take the Liddell challenge.
Yeah, beats going to jail.
And the humiliation.
But you're going to go to jail beat up because you're not getting past Chuck.
Hospital, jail.
Yeah, but you're still going to jail.
Let's go to...
Wow, that's a tough one.
Sonny Forelli.
Hey, I fucking learned that Master Post sucks as bad as I do on the radio.
Oh.
Dave in Ohio.
Fucking a couple more times.
Yeah, I learned today if you eat a bunch of almonds, you'll shit like a nigger.
I didn't
He
say
didn't
that.
say
dude.
that, you racist.
Say that, Kevin.
I said salted cashews.
Kevin in...
wait.
Yeah.
Wrong correction.
I love the name of your town. It's so much fun to say. Carteret.
What's up, guys?
Carteret. That's
Carteret, yeah.
That's that little place next to Carter.
Hurry up.
Excuse me, sir. Hold.
I don't know what that sound
Okay,
means.
continue.
What's that sound mean?
It's a car crash.
That's not what happens when a joke bombs.
What happens?
What do I have to do?
You have to pull your pants down.
I have to. It's on a different sheet.
By the way, can I ask Kev real quick, who did you interview? So we know who to look forward to. I'm asking Big Kev a question.
Yvonne Craig, David Naughton, and the Iron Sheik, and possibly Lori Petty, but I don't know if the audio is good or not.
Okay.
David Naughton.
All right, are you ready for the line of the day?
I'm scared.
We got a runner-up line of the day, and then the actual line of the day.
Runner-up? I believe Jimmy had both, right?
Wait, you have a sweeper?
For the winner.
An intro?
Oh, for the winner.
I kind of liked when we made up our own intros for the line of the day thing.
Yeah, this song. We have to have a song. Here's the song. Line of the daytime! Line of the daytime! Line of the daytime! He's here!
This is the runner-up.
Okay. That's how they make you feel better about your ailment, is they send her over, and you're like, all right, well, I may always look surprised, and I may have no lashes, and I wince when I see vinegar, but at least I don't sound like this idiot.
Of course, the burn victim talking about the deaf reporter.
Wincing at the vinegar.
God damn, I love that we do line of the day now, because I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
It seemed like it happened yesterday.
Doesn't it?
We did that at like 6:30 this morning. We've been talking since 6.
I know.
Anyone else realize how ridiculous this is? All right, here is line of the day with the intro or sweeper or the setup, whatever.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day. You know, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to push a 35-year-old man off your back.
And we're back live.
Wow.
You pulled that out of your ass 15 minutes ago. That's a great line.
He got the runner-up, the winner, and he's the sweeper.
Right.
Wow, Jimmy.
Not too self-serving. Jesus.
Line of the day.
I write good jingles. Everybody hates on the game, but I'm a jingle writer.
That's a good jingle.
Jokes
you
and
gotta
jingles.
give him that.
All right, I guess that's how we end today.
That's my thing, folks out there. You need a jingle? I'll write it for you. Sing it.
What is this one? Mike in Baltimore. Mike.
I learned that you can't get in trouble with a young person if you chat online that's peppered with salty language.
I didn't know
Love you, Jimmy.
the beginning of what he said, but that sounded very good as a Frank. You can hang up now.
Oh, punch out.
All right, thank you,
Do you know one time I was having a conversation and the girl got mad at me because I began throwing about frisky insinuations.
All right. That's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow. Yes, we will. Thank you, everybody. Pal Talk, hello. And good night.
Next time on a very special Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray goes to the doctor.
Ray, would you like to see your test results?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What are you doing?
Ray, I'm afraid you've got AIDS.
No, come on.
You have a rare strain of HIV.
No.
Commonly found in post-op Portuguese transsexuals.
The fun really begins when Ray's wife finds out.
Why is the toilet filled with bloody poo?
Come on.
Oh, my God. The bed is full of scabs.
Hot.
But everything works out in the end.
Sweetie, you're losing so much weight. I bought you a smaller robe.
Come on, the air conditioner.
Ray, your mother's here. She wants to say goodbye.
Oh, what are you doing?
All on the next Everybody Loves Raymond. Tonight at